'cause I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me.
Did you know that when the Houston's debut her phone #1 single song? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I'm probably returning videotapes. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I'm probably returning videotapes.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm a hero of the new world.
Your disease, and I'm the cure.
Be advised that I'm mean, nasty, and tired. I eat concertina wire and piss napalm, and I can put a round through a flea's ass at 200 meters. So you go hump somebody else's leg, mother.
Now's the time. Settle the score. A promise takes back of the bag.
I am telling you, it is the definition between an entrepreneur and an employee. The employee goes to the cliff, looks over the cliff, says, is there a balloon down there? Do I be safe? What happens if it hurts? What if I land on my neck? The entrepreneur, they said, when you need to jump off the cliff, backs up 10 feet to get a fucking run.
This town needs an enema.
Fuck. Who are you? Where's Commissioner Gordon?
Come on. You guys need to beat me.
Too stupid!
You don't really think you'll leave. Things change.
You got me? Who's got you?
Everything changed. And anyone who tells you different is just lying.
You know who this is? This is Mark motherfucking Sylvester.
Wow, it's been a while since I've seen that intro. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling?
Feel great.
All right, good.
How about
good.
you?
I feel fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you for being here. This is the last episode of Ahrendt Stuff.
Oh.
Ahrendt Stuff. 6-year experiment that turned into a very fun comic book centric, guest centric, creator shill show, whatever you want to call it. Been a fantastic run. Here we are at the end of it, 275 episodes. And it seems like we've been trying to get this one off the ground for a little while.
Right.
And here we are finally. Michael Bancroft will be joining us a little bit later when he jumps in here. Also, possibly Sheldon Martin will be jumping on with us also tonight as we wrap up ANS 275. Sean, is there anything you wanted before I say hi to the chat? And shout out to everyone that's jumping in now. Please share this out. Let everybody know we're live. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Anything you want to say though about this show that was the name spawned from you came up with the name, which was great. We came up with the idea collectively to do the show, and I do want to show you guys something very funny. I went back into the annals of time. I'm going to show you some very early Ahrendt stuff. Great hosting. Anything you want to say about the show real quick? I got to adjust something.
Yeah, no, the name came from a folder I had on Facebook of my art, and I called it Art because of my quote-unquote accent. And we were trying to come up with a name. I'm like, let's call it Art and Stuff. And you were on board from Jump Street, but you had no idea how to say it.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Like, all right. Like, we could have called it, like, Bumblebee Fuck. And we were like, this is the greatest name ever.
Yeah, it really clicked because Sean texted me. I'm like, I don't know how you pronounce this. And he's like, it's Art, like art. And I was like, yes, perfect branding. And from that point on, from 2020, so this show launched in 2020, which is a crazy thing. Right before COVID really kind of took over, I think, is when it happened, I believe.
No, like the first.
Was it after COVID?
Was like in May. It was in May of 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so after COVID. All right, yeah. And it just spawned by two guys that wanted to talk comics and thought that everybody else would be interested in our conversation. So
you're like, bullshit.
We're like, brilliant. Let's make a show and people can just watch us talk about comics. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
And here we are, years later. Got a bunch of other things going on this channel. I looked for the old Ahrendt Stuff channel. I couldn't find it. YouTube must have got rid of it.
Fuckers.
Yeah, bastards. All right, jump in here and say hi to the chat real quick as I see you guys filing in here. We have Anubis 800 is in the chat. He was number 1 in the chat. We see we got our special guest in the back. We will bring him on very shortly here. But Anubis 800, number 1 in the chat, number 1 in our hearts, my friend. That makes you.
You're number 1.
Yes, indeed, you are. Good to see you here. We also have Cunt O'Hare.
Greatest name ever.
Love the name.
Yeah.
Love the name. Corey Landis says intense, talking about the intro. I like it. Thank you very much. We got DF says, is Jim Lee back? Should I care? He's going to draw shit characters with shit designs and shit stories from a shit company. He helps shitify. That's a good point. Maybe you don't care. That's fine. Matt's in the house says, hello, everyone. Can't stay long. Currently at work. Well, have a great night at work, brother.
Nice.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you. Scribe Comics is in the house. Says, gentlemen, hail. Hail to you.
Yeah.
Hail to you. Yes, this is the last episode. That is for sure. We might talk a little bit about that later on. But don't worry. We have other stuff coming on. If you're watching the Ronan Joe show, you know about the show The Grift that is going right now. They'll be back next Thursday. The Ronan Joe show as well. And, who knows what else we might do. Michael Pritchard's in the house. Good to see you, brother. He says, what? Because it's the last time could we end with a good artist like Silvestri? I mean, that'd be awesome. But we've tried to get Silvestri on the show before, but never got to the actual source. So it is what it is. Matt LaRock's in the house. Is a Yo Joe and Sean and the chat. Good to see you, brother. And then we have the man himself says, damn, Rob, rub it off on everyone. That is true.
There you go.
That's the only way to do it. Well, without further.
Tomorrow's Rob team.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss that? They did it 1 year, right? Did they do that every year?
Like a whole thing.
All right, we'll have to ask Bancroft here what's going on with Rob Team because I completely forgot about that. Let's bring him on, our special guest to help us celebrate the last episode of Odd and Stuff. One of our favorites and a guy that we will always support here, Mr. Michael Bancroft from Down Under.
Yo, look at me.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Like there's a double thing. You got like the vertical and the horizontal thing going on.
Have you tried it yet?
I have, yeah. And my whole chat revolted. They were like, I don't
Ours
like this.
Ours too. And I told him, I was like, look, I'm going to do it as an experiment for a little bit, and it actually brings in more views. So I told him, I was like, look, it's bringing in more views. It's giving other people, people options to watch however you want to watch. And if you don't like it, you can just jump off of it and go to the old one. And so far, I think I'm forcing our chat to like it. That's what I'm doing.
Seeing people in the chat on mobile.
Yeah, we got mobile going. Yeah, so I mean, it's a split chat right now, like it's been the last few weeks. So I got 2 different chats up here that I can look at, but StreamYard collects everything here. So yeah, it works. I dig it.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get Silvestri.
Yeah,
but you got me.
The next best thing, Michael. The next best thing.
One level down from Silvestri.
Right, exactly.
Everyone understands that. Yeah.
And I wanted to pull up a couple of your books. I can't Painted Death. I'm not sure where I said it, but I've got Waking Dreams here, which was fantastic. I wanted to bring up
OG copy too.
That's the OG. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. I wanted to bring up Painted Death because I wanted to talk about your art a little bit, but I did also want to say that Fractured Mind came here, and I haven't got a chance to read it yet. But this is a Rob Looper's art, and look at this cover. This cover is so badass.
That's my cover.
Yeah, this is your cover. Yeah, because I want to make sure I got your cover. But interior art is.
It looks extra shiny in all your lighting. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. No, I don't know what you use for this, but it's very cool. Whatever the cover is.
UV spot gloss.
Oh, gotcha.
Matte lamination. It's just.
Yeah, Sean was really impressed with it. He was like, dude, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, I was rubbing my hands over it.
Yeah, he's touching. I was like, get off my comics, man.
Rubbing it on your face a little bit.
Yup.
Licking it. Yeah, I did the exact same thing. Yeah, no, and at the start of the campaign, I'd forgotten I'd done this. I had like a discount code for people who'd signed up, who were on the mailing list, to kind of reward people for being on the mailing list.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only a $15 book, and it was a $5 off code. So people got it for like $10.
Nice.
And when I got the book, I was like, holy cow, this looks like pretty good for a $10 book, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I've received books that were more expensive than this that don't look half as good.
True.
Like what?
So it's super happy with how it
Yeah,
came
name
out.
names. Let's go.
Drop names or it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, I love it, and we'll talk a little bit more about the latest book, Fractured Mind, a little bit later on the show, because I haven't got a chance to read it, but I have a lot of good things to say about the art that I've just skimmed through so far. So I mean, you're putting out good stuff, whether it's your stuff, whether you're hiring people to do it. I mean, it's cool to see you expanding. St. Paulus is in the house. Says, why is my other account hidden? That's it. I have no idea on that one. I don't know. Wiley J Draws says, my eyes. Very shiny, I know. Could be wrong, but the glowing reminds me of Sean Nosfero, thank you, who I regret to not backing. Maybe I didn't back Nosfero either, and I should have. I do feel bad about that.
Beautiful book.
Because I've heard that. I like Sean.
I don't know what glowing specifically he's referring to, but it's got a very glossy cover.
I think, yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about, just the glow.
It's like that high gloss.
Yeah, it is, effect. Yeah. But at the same time, it's not like too slippery. It's interesting.
The only thing is, I couldn't sign on it. When you sign on it,
yeah, good point.
The ink just kind of like does this weird shrinking thing. I was like, oh, that looks like rubbish.
Yeah.
But it's fine because actually there was a space right on the inside cover that worked out. So
yeah,
actually I prefer that.
That works. That's awesome. All right, let me bring this up real quick. Sean, you can't hear anything, so
no,
it's all good. We'll do
Sean's become deaf since the last time we hung out.
Well,
sorry, Sean.
Bring
I
it
didn't
up.
know.
We got this bit where it's called Ask Lou Ferrigno.
That's true. This is
so. Ask Lou Ferrigno a question, Michael.
How tall are you really?
I'm 72.
No, I'm gonna. So we gotta build on this. We started this last week or last show, and it was just something that like kind of popped up. And we're like, man, we need to do this segment more often. And I want to get like this screenshot of Lou that we can pop up when you're doing it. You know, and it's like what hanging with Lou, is that what Mo Big said or something like that?
You should be able to use AI to get into like animate talking and everything.
That's what I got to figure out how to do that. That'd be a fun segment. So we're working on that, but I think that's going to be good.
we're trying to offend every corner that we can. We're trying to broaden our spectrum and just make as many people feel bad as we can do.
Yeah, make them feel uncomfortable and awful.
Yes.
And like,
yes.
What am I doing with these guys?
Yeah, that's
the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Rachel Brinkley's in the house. Good to see you.
Hello.
Sean did a fantastic job in Nosfero. He was a madman for painting an entire book as his first crowdfunding, but it was worth the wait. Easy recommend. He's a very talented man. Mm-hmm. Very talented.
Mad lad for wanting to do it again.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Go check out his Spring Ball, which is a little bit more traditional comic book art, kind of McFarlane.
Painting that, like he's not doing that how normal people do it. He's drawing.
That's
over
true.
It.
Yeah,
like it's a painting. He's moved beyond it, so he's still being a mad lad anyway.
Yeah, he's a crazy dude. He's crazy. Before I go any farther, Bancroft, I just have to admit, did you lose weight? You look maybe it's a scream. You look slimmer.
You can't see anything, but yes, I have lost from I don't know, like the last time you saw me, but 25 kilos, which is I think no, I did know it at one point. I
have no idea how to convert that to
25 kilos
pounds.
to pounds is 55 pounds.
Holy shit! Really?
Wow.
Plus. That was like my absolute peak, but yeah, when I was streaming and everything. So that's been like a few years. But now I've been hitting the gym.
That's awesome, man.
For the last 5 months and loving it, doing a lot of walking and just looking after myself. You know, midlife crisis kind of situation.
Well, we're only getting older, so we gotta take.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been trying to do a lot more cardio. Get a little bit more in shape. I was starting to lose weight at the beginning of the year, and then my daughter started softball, and my schedule got thrown all out of whack, and that was for 2 months. So I put all that weight back on. So now I'm trying to get it back off again by just, eating a little bit better, doing some cardio, nothing crazy. But, mid 40s, I got AFib, I got thyroid issues. Like, you got to start taking care of ourselves a little bit better than we did when we were younger. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm still not very flexible or, maneuverable, but I can lift now. I can walk, and I've lost a ton of weight, and on the waist and the face and everything. And it's actually cool to have muscles for the first time ever. That's an interesting.
There you go.
Development. This is all sort of came on suddenly. I just decided, I'm going to do this. So it's good though.
No, congratulations, man. You're inspiring me, because that's what I want to do. I would like to drop about 20 pounds.
Trend of the comic artists, you can go one way or the other usually.
Yeah.
And you want to head towards the Graham Nolan path.
Well, yeah. If you look at Graham Nolan, that dude, he's an inspiration to us all. I don't know if I'll ever try to get that ripped.
I'm not trying to get big like him, but at least look after yourself and not be such a lard ass. That was my I wasn't. No one would say, "Oh, that's a fat guy," but I was not thin, and I was. Yeah, you use it. Oh, he's chubby. Like, you don't want to be the chubby guy,
Right.
So I just want to go back. Paul Newman would have been 101 today. Interesting.
All right.
Really?
That would be old. Yeah. I don't even know when he passed. You got Rick Saylor in the house.
What's up, Rick?
Good to see you, Rick. Our guy says 40 and already falling apart weak. Well,
not lifting.
Yeah. It's not much we can do, I mean, it's nature. We got to battle nature the older we get.
You do have to battle nature, but it's not like people kind of give up. I think that's what I'd done. I'd given up. I'd resigned to being, okay, now starts the slow decline.
Yeah.
Where I just become softer and rounder and weaker. I mean, there was no muscle in my legs. I'd feel there and be like, I swear there used to be muscle here when I was younger. And it was just nothing. I'm like, I gotta sort this out. Now I can squat my weight for 10 reps. So big difference.
Good deal.
Paulus, I see you in the chat saying for some reason you're getting censored. That's weird. Maybe there's stuff in the chat. I have no idea. It's weird that you would be censored for the word hail. I'm assuming you're trying to say. So I do apologize for that. I'm not sure why that is. So.
Why don't you write
YouTube
your
is
word
weird.
cunt at least 4 times and see where that gets you?
Yeah, try putting a swear word in there, something really nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that it's gonna get us in trouble. We'll see if they'll pass.
It's the last show.
I just howled back at you, Paul. Let's see if that
okay,
works.
there you go. I see a hail in there. All right, so that works. You got hail. Okay, I think we're good. Weird. Drew G is in the house. Good to see you, man. Leonidas went to war in his 50s. Wow. Okay, interesting.
They were built differently back then.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
remember that scene where he's like, he's got the whole army, and he's like, "What do you do?" He's like, "I'm a potter, or I'm a, a lawyer, whatever. I'm an accountant." And he says, "Man, what are your occupations?" War.
Yep.
Good scene.
Maybe maybe we should take a key from that movie and just do the painted on abs. You know what I'm saying? Try that. Just see if that works. Maybe.
Nah. Get the real thing.
Trust maybe that's what we got.
Have you seen those guys that do the surgery abs? So they've got a normal body with these fake things there.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen other enhancements that guys have done to simulate muscle or whatever. I'm just like, man, we live in a messed up world. That's for sure.
Remember there was an episode of Entourage where Johnny Drama wanted fake calves? That's what the whole premise of the show was in that certain episode. Yeah. So he's going up to random guys at parties. He's like, how much it cost you? And they speed up or shit.
Nah, people are crazy.
Elliot Page abs, yeah.
Oh, gross. Yeah. I mean, Bancroft, were you excited about the Odyssey at first, and now are you not like the rest of us? Or what do you think about the movie The Odyssey so far? Because I have to imagine that you were looking forward to it.
I wasn't excited because I haven't really liked Nolan's movies recently, like his latest ones.
Okay.
And I just don't think it's the right time to be doing that for him. It's just like, it's just not a good time in Hollywood to be trying to attempt something like that. Like, to me, that needs the kind of production that Lord of the Rings did.
Yeah.
You know, where you take a bunch of actors away to a foreign nation for 3 years and just make the most epic series of films. And it just didn't seem like it was going like that. And then I started seeing the photos. And I was like, but this isn't even... like, come on. And it was really weird because the costumes and the mythology from that time is so creatively, you know, it's something that they haven't really shown very often on film, but they chose to sort of just rehash old stereotypical kind of like ancient looking, and the way he filmed it all looks so bland. But I don't know, I was saying this the other day, I haven't been interested in going to the movies for years. We went to go see Zootopia 2 with the kids. That was actually fantastic. If you haven't seen Zootopia, go with your family.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but my daughter loved it.
It's a great, fun movie.
Yeah, I've seen the first one. The first one was really good, but the second one, I still have to watch the entire thing.
Yeah, that was a year ago. Before that, I don't even remember. I'll go see Dune.
Oh, that's coming out in December.
I really like those movies. But other than that, I'm just not like, there's nothing that's coming out that is making me go, oh yeah, I gotta go see this. I'm super interested. It's like, it's really weird. It's like they kind of killed the actual medium for me.
Interesting.
My interest in it. The entire medium. It's like, and as well, when I think of remember when Endgame came out?
Yeah.
When I came home from Endgame, I went with one of my best friends for many, many years. And I came home and I was like, Mel, you have to go see Endgame in the theater. Like, because you're going to regret not being there for that event. Because if you think about it, that's like, I don't know how many movies, it was like 40 films all coming together to one point and actually pulled it off. Whether or not like people don't like Endgame or they like it, doesn't really matter. It was an ending.
Yeah.
It ended.
It was still good.
It had its epic moments, and it was an event. It was like, it's like, people say like, I was there to see Star Wars in the cinema. You're gonna say I was there when in the MCU tied it all together. And then when I think about that, to what happened to it, with just like endless stream of bullshit movies and Netflix terrible style quality stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm like done. I'm out.
There was probably a period of time where I didn't go see the movies for a while too. Although recently this year, besides kids movies, I'd take my daughter out to see the latest kids stuff and everything. But up until this year, this year has been interesting because this year has created a lot of fun movies for me that I wouldn't have saw Masters of the Universe. I really liked that for what it was. I knew it was going to be kind of a funny, made for kids, but adults could enjoy it too kind of movie. And I really enjoyed that. I'm going to go see Superman, Spider-Man, probably Doomsday when that comes out. So, I'm actually looking forward to it. Maybe it's just because I enjoy watching the experience of my daughter through, going to the theater with us, and just because I remember how awesome that was when I was a kid. Maybe I get more enjoyment out of that. But I do still like the whole idea of going and watching the big screen in the dark theater. Like, that's something I think I've always enjoyed. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of movies that have enticed me to go out and spend the amount of money you have to spend to take the family out to the movies. It's crazy.
The thing. It's like when we went to Zootopia, it was like $150 when it was all said and done. And I was like, that's just not what it was when we were younger. Like, when we were, we had no money and we were just sort of starting out, Mel and I would go to the movies, maybe once a week.
Yeah.
It was just this cheap form of entertainment. And if the movie wasn't that good, it didn't really matter. but they usually were good.
They
Like,
were,
at least
yeah.
watchable. You always remember. I remember that movie. Oh, it was so bad. You know, like you didn't even want to stick around, or even maybe you walked out of the cinema. Like that was a rare thing. Now I would like a lot of these movies. I wouldn't. There's no way I would pay an inflated price to go see.
Yeah,
I would just I would enjoy the popcorn, and yeah, like you say, like the experience.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's I have to pick and choose now what to go see. But it's funny you mentioned that. Yeah, when you're in your early 20s, late teens, early 20s or whatever, that's all me and my girl at the time did was every weekend. It didn't even matter. It's like what's playing? Let's just go find something and watch it. And we would just go watch a new movie just for the hell of it because that was just what you did, you know. Yeah, it was a lot different time. You know, I miss those times for sure. $7 in Palestine, Texas. Oh, okay. There you go. Well, it's still a lot cheaper here in Michigan. I think it's when it was like $60 to go see Master of the Universe, and there was another it was $29 at the concession stands to get 2 drinks, popcorn, and candy. $29. It was almost half of the amount for the tickets. It's crazy.
Yeah, now half price is like $16 or something. You're like,
Right.
oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't get it. Fogman's in the house. Good to see you, Fogman.
I am here, Thugman. What's up?
Yeah. Iodine says I saw Mongo and Gogurt this past weekend, and the standout for me was that Spider-Man trailer on the big screen, very different from my TV. I won't wait for streaming for it. Yeah, Spider-Man's definitely it's definitely one I want to get out and see. I think that looks really good. Well, we get too far here. I just wanted to bring this up because, again, Otten Stuff, we're ending this show after 6 years. Got other stuff we're going into. You know, it's just there are other things that we would like to talk about. And, you know, Otten Stuff was a great show because it was comic book based, interview based, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we were expanding into other territories, more pop culture stuff. And I didn't want to just turn Otten Stuff into that. So we created brand new shows going forward. And I think in the future, if we do another Otten Stuff, you know, it's going to be because we have a big guest on and we just want to have an interview style show. Otten Stuff will probably still be there. But until further notice, this is the last episode that we foresee doing right now. But I was like, you know, it got me thinking. Sean and I first started doing this show in 2020, and the very first episode we did was on Facebook because we didn't even know you could stream live, or we didn't even think about streaming live on YouTube. Yeah, so we were doing Facebook shows before we jumped to YouTube. So I don't have any of those saved, but the earliest one I could find is this Otten Stuff episode 2.5 or test. I don't even know what the hell. I can't remember what we're doing here. But I think this is hilarious because it's fun to see where you have come in production and how you run a show. Bancroft, have you ever gone back and watched a lot of your like early stuff to just be like, man, that was how I used to do stuff?
At least mine were on YouTube, so it's super easy. You just hit like oldest. But yeah, absolutely. And I used to sit in the corner right there with a little like TV tray. So it's sort of jammed up in the corner. Right. I didn't have the whole sort of space to myself. It was a lot of kids like toys and stuff in here and an old bed and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I, you know, on my laptop, and I just sit there and it was all blurry, and you know, and as well when you start, you're not used to just talking, and as well, hardly anyone's in the chat, so you're like, what do I do here?
Yep.
You know, you're just kind of talking to nothing.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. He said you guys sucked. That is true, though. I mean, you can't take it away, man. I'm gonna play just a couple minutes of this show, just because it's good for a laugh, but it's fun just to see where we started out. Yeah, when we first started streaming, there was nobody in the chat because we hadn't really made any connections with anybody. We hadn't established ourselves anywhere, and so like, you know, maybe we had one person in the chat or something like that might have came over from Facebook. But yeah, it was dependent on me and Sean just talking.
Is this the audio one?
No.
Like us, like actually doing shit.
This is okay. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's play this. Let me turn this up.
Look very young there, Sean.
Yeah.
Then life just beat the crap.
Yeah,
out
Sean's
of me.
actually older than me. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. Sean's the young looking one.
I just moisturize.
He's got the baby face.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And like, I got more of the gray. You know, I got the black hair that turned gray, so it really stands out.
Yeah, I've never known you without a little bit of gray in the beard. I don't think.
Yeah.
I followed you, and now I think I'm beating you.
Yeah, you definitely got more gray right now than I do. But you know,
That's all come in the last like year or so.
I also I hide a little bit on my grays. I hide them a little bit, so just so everybody knows.
No, it's distinguished.
Yeah,
salt and pepper, you know.
Yeah.
This guy's going into the bathroom and taking his Copic markers and just drawing on himself.
Rubbing some shoe polish or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they make this shampoo that's got dye in it. So you can just there's lots of things. Anyway, all right. Enough about me.
But, you know.
Yeah. Okay, here's a snippet, everybody. If you followed us for a while and if you ever wondered what we were like when we first started streaming, here we go. Let's see how awkward this is going to be. This is going to be fun, Sean. Here we go.
All right, there we go. Live. That's crazy. Well, supposedly I was supposed to have some kind of live test today, and I didn't even realize.
Look at that. No lights. No background.
You guys say like this is so awful, but I mean, a lot of streamers are like this to this day.
To this day, yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
Like, this doesn't actually look that out of place, you know, for a lot of people starting out. I like the posters on the wall, like that cool Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember, who was it that...
Von Stugel.
Yeah, Von Stugel. Mr. Von Stugel used to give me so much shit for having that poster on the wall because he didn't like Eric Larson. And I was like, look, I'm not a big fan of Eric Larson either, but that was just an iconic poster or cover. I loved it so much. But yeah, this was like freshly in my new studio, which is still where I'm at right now, just in a different section. Just throwing some stuff up on the wall. No mics, no nothing. I think we had earbuds. I think that's all we had for any kind of mics going on. No lighting. Sean was big into the coffee. I mean, I think I was too. I don't know if I was drinking it, but yeah, like you're right off the bat. And this is just no intro, no nothing. We're just riffing.
Realize it. So
what year was this?
I did that.
This is 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
All right, so about the same time I started as well. Yeah.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
All
right.
That by accident, but I figured might as well just jump on. You know.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Sure. So, how's it been, man?
Look at it. I still had hair. Look at that. Still holding on to it.
On the hope.
I was holding on to hope. I mean, I did like high and tight, like I shaved the sides real high, and then kept what I had on the top there. You know. I do not have makeup on. What are you talking about? Now? Definitely not now. You know. No, I'm naturally good looking, Rick. Women, chicks used to be always jealous of my eyelashes because I had real thick eyelashes, you know.
I think
chicks
all women are jealous of men's eyelashes. It's weird.
That could be.
I think like men just naturally have big eyelashes, and it annoys women.
That must be it, yeah, because they have to actually work at it, and we're just like, nah, it's just natural, thick, you know. So
yeah, my daughter has friggin' curlers, you know. She's like, what are you doing?
We got Aleister Crowley in the house. Says, Mr. Crowley says, Joe looks more youthful now than back then. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. What happened to Joe's voice? I don't have this really cool dynamic mic that I can, tune in and everything. That was just straight off of Bluetooth headphones. That's probably what it is.
Don't let him fool you. Like when the show's off, he's like Michael Jackson. He really sounds like this. He sounds like very well. It's his practice. This is his streaming voice.
It was the same thing. Like when you get on stage, when I was doing music, you just drop your voice a little bit lower. You're like, all right, everybody, you gotta put a little bit more. What is that? Bravado behind it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this is this is before I learned I should do that here on streaming as well. Again, we're not streaming to anybody here, guys. Like, there's nobody in the chat. It's just me and Sean be like, all right, is this how we do it? Okay, we're live. Let's talk.
Oopsies.
Everyone, that's the thing that I think stops a lot of people from starting that moment where, you go live and there's no one there.
Right, yeah.
It was a little awkward, but at some points we just, Sean and I were just like, whatever. We're just going to go on fuck off anyway, which is what we did on Facebook. And in Facebook we didn't get a lot of views either. And we would just be on there just saying the stupidest shit and just, cracking ourselves up because that's all we were really, really, really could do for entertainment at the time. So YouTube really wasn't that much different when we first started streaming. I remember we were so excited the first time we got 10 people in the chat.
Yo,
That was just like we were like over the moon. We're like, dude, we got 10 people watching us right now. Like we made it.
Great. Oops, I did it again. Oh, it's been great, brother. Just coming up with more character designs.
I think I still had my ponytail at that time. You can't see it, but I still had my ponytail at the time. All right, I was still holding on to the long hair.
The last of the Mohicans over there, Joe.
Yeah, I was still, well, like, so I started like shaving the sides of my head, and then when I started, I couldn't stop, and it kept getting higher and higher every time I would shave, and I'd get like a tighter ponytail and like longer hair, whatever. I was trying different styles, and at this point, music had already been past me for a little while, and I think I was just holding on to the look because that's what I was used to. So, yeah, although I will say I miss my hair. I'm not gonna lie. For all you guys that still hold on to your hair out there, be glad, because one day it's gonna be gone, maybe. I got giant brown eyelashes. They work great at keeping debris out of my eyes at work. Well, there you go.
Nice.
Maybe that's what they're made for. Thought I seen some no, dude. I have never worn guy liner, is what we would call it back in the music days. Guy liner. Never wore guy liner, even though that was a thing amongst a lot of bands that we would play with. And I was like, nah, man, it's just it's a little too fruity. But you know, I was good looking enough that I didn't need it. So, all right, let me skip ahead just a little bit. Let's see if we got any better there.
Like, whatever, man. And
I had my phone showing. What the hell's wrong with me? Jeez.
What?
Rob's a gentleman, so he's just going above and beyond. Okay.
Yeah.
So he Willie commissioned Rob to do. I shouldn't go about that. It's on the boards. If somebody wants to read, they'll read. But
I think I did.
You did though, yeah. Dropping secrets from the Rob Liefeld boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. No, it's fun to look back and just, you know, where we are now to where we were then. You can get a kick out of it. You go to this channel and just go back to some of the earliest videos. I've got some of them up there, and it's fun to watch where we've come from. It's almost kind of like looking back at your old art and just seeing like how much you've improved on your art.
Yeah, because you don't notice day to day.
No, you don't.
Until you look back and you go, whoa.
Even looking back on some of the stuff I did like a few years ago, it's the same thing. You know, it's nice to see that constant improvement. Although I don't know if you guys do this, and I don't know if I really admit this or not. There's sometimes I get afraid of looking at old bad art, because I have this weird thing in the back of my head. Is like, if I look at my old art too long, that's really bad. I feel like I'm gonna forget how to draw, and I'm gonna be put right back in that point where I can't draw good. It's just weird. This weird fear. Do you guys ever have that? It's just me.
Nah, I'm awesome.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
No, not really, because every time, like, sometimes you do get a little bit rusty if you've been doing something else for a little while.
True.
And it takes a little bit of time, but I always find you do get back to at least a sort of semi-decent level. I think what gets better, I mean, sure, obviously, you get muscle memory and everything, but I think what actually improves when you improve as an artist is your ability to see what's wrong, not necessarily your ability to do it. Sure, there is like, a bit of that mechanical practice, but it's more that, like I can vividly remember being super happy with pieces that I look back on now, and I'm like, vomit.
Yeah.
But I can vividly remember going, nailed it.
Exactly.
But, you learn over time.
No, that's actually some really good just advice in general. Just like, if you were getting better art, you do start to see your mistakes quicker. I still even miss stuff every once in a while when I'm looking back on a finished piece. I'm like, oh man, why didn't I see that before? But I'm fairly good right now of being able to actually study my work and catch where maybe something is off here or there, or, like something's not symmetrical or whatever that I might have let go when I was a younger artist just to get through something. And I actually have more confidence to go back and actually fix things. That's the thing I never had back in the day. Like if you drew something that you thought was fairly good you're like, I don't want to mess that up because I might not be able to get that back to that point again. So like, I don't even want to correct that. You know, you just kind of draw through it. Now I'm just like, all right, fuck it, we're racing, we're starting again. So that's it's a good confidence
working
builder.
on a panel. I must have redrawn this guy's face 10 times, and I don't know if it was getting any better. And I didn't know what to do. I couldn't make it any better. I could sort of maybe see a little bit in my mind's eye, but I couldn't physically make it any better. And I just had to go with what I had because I'm like, you know, you got to move on at some point.
Yeah.
And I went back when I did a remastering of it about 3 years later, and I just fixed it like that.
Nice.
I was like, oh, yeah, that looks way better. And now if I wanted to do it again, I don't. But if I was so inclined, I could probably make it even better now.
Which is it's a great confidence builder to know that, you know, like to be in a spot now where you've been drawing for a while, to know that you can fix those kind of not even mess ups, but just things where you're like, this doesn't look right. It's bothering me that it doesn't look right, but I have the confidence I can actually fix it. There's a piece right now I'm working on that's going to be in my sketchbook. That's literally, I've been working on this thing for probably about 3 years. And when I say 3 years, I've been working on it steadily. It's just something like I pull out every once in a while. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. Let me, doodle on it. And then I'll constantly be kind of fixing it because it's something I drew. It wasn't very well done when I first did it. And I'm getting into
Da Vinci on the Mona Lisa, just constantly noodling.
And I'm getting it to a point where I really, really like it. So it's gonna be something that's going in the sketchbook. But it's just fun. It's one of those pieces that it's literally I've been working on it probably since 2022. And it's just now starting to come into shape that I really like. So art's a weird thing, man. It was pretty cool. Shout out to Past Master Dan's in the house. Good to see you, man. Corey says, I looked at my old favorite illustrations from several years back and it didn't match current stuff. Bittersweet. Yeah, I saw Rick Saylor said something like he doesn't look back, he only looks ahead. I think he was joking, but that sometimes is something that is in my mind. Like there's sometimes I don't want to look back at the old art. I just kind of want to stay in the now and keep on getting better instead of like remembering what I did. And like, to be honest with you, I didn't draw for 10 years when I was doing music. When I came back in about 2016 is when I started drawing again. I remember getting back on, it was a little bit of a rough start. And then I got my groove and I started drawing. I remember thinking to myself like, oh, this is coming, it's looking good. I just recently happened to go through a bunch of my old stuff from 2016 and I found a couple pieces. I was just like, this is ass. Like, this is absolutely garbage. I was like, I can't even believe I was showing this off to people. Yeah. Good to see you, Skip Edwards.
Sure.
Bancroft was our friend. Still is our friend. Yeah. Still my friend.
Except Beam. Beam doesn't like me.
Beam? Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know why. I probably did at some point, but I've forgotten since.
Beampad. Good to see you, man. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we love everybody around here. Love the chat. Love Bancroft. Bancroft was really our gateway show into CG. Back in 20... Oh, shit. What would it have been?
21.
21? Yeah. When you first had us on, Rick Saylor worked really hard, I think, to make that happen. But that was really our introduction into like the CG crowd, and from that we gained a lot of...
I was your gateway drug.
You were the gateway drug into CG streaming, and that's when we kind of started finding our groove and finding our place. People coming into the chat, hanging out. We became part of the community. So I mean that's why I'll always be
you
grateful.
Are our Riddlin.
Yeah. I was the guy, just like have a little, just a little take. You won't get hooked, just a little. It's free.
Right? Yeah.
You guys know you can.
The first one's free.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw this just today, and I wanted to bring this up. I forgot they were doing this, but they are doing a Spawn 77, which, if you guys don't know, Todd McFarlane, when he first created Spawn, he was like 16 years old or something like that, and it was a completely different looking character. I even think it was like space based, more sci-fi.
Like Darth Vader.
Yeah, more Darth Vader. And he's finally actually dusting that off, that version of Spawn from when he was a teenager, and making a book out of it. And I think this is pretty good. Not so much that I like the design, and what I liked is he kept it very true to his original sketches. If you ever get a chance to just look it up online. He's got it posted in places. So the costume is okay. But I like the idea that he's going back to his childhood and saying like, hell, let's tell this story. Let's tell this story with this character and let's put it out. So Spawn 77 is coming out, and this is the first time I've seen any kind of images from it. Sean, do you see this yet?
Yeah. I mean, talented artist, but I don't know if I'm gonna get this.
I mean, it's like, how many people have put out their, like, oh, I've had this character since I was a kid. Like, there's actually quite a lot. I've, run into a bunch. You might be one,
right.
Joe. How long have you had Reaper Destroyer?
Well, Reaper Destroyer was in my early 20s when I created that character.
Okay, well, that's a bit later.
But there's a character that's in the book called Chaos that I'm doing a series later on this year with Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton, our co-host on The Grift, is writing, and Oliver Saavedra is drawing. Now, that character I created when I was like 14. That character is one of my oldest characters that I can remember that I've kind of kept with since I was a teenager. So that does fall into that category later on this year with that character. So it's interesting.
It's actually quite a common story when you start talking to people about their original characters. It's quite common that you'll get someone saying, "Oh yeah, I've had this character sort of in my sketchbook when I was in school, and it just sort of developed over the years, and now I want to do something with it." But none of them are Todd McFarlane, so
well, that is true. That is true.
Get published by Image.
Well, I think what's cool is when you create a character when you're a kid, when you think back at those characters, you're like, wow, the idea was there. The execution, all that stuff obviously wasn't going to be there. But now you're thinking back as an adult, you're like, oh, I kind of like that concept. Maybe I can take that and completely, tweak it. Because I've got so many characters, I'm sure like all of us have created so many characters over the years, and some of them probably still work fairly well to this day. Chaos being one, Reaper Destroyer being another. There's another character I created right around Reaper Destroyer that I'm going to bring out as well. And these are just characters you hold on to, and you're like, there's a special place in your heart. And you can craft good stories now. You can redesign them. You can do lots of stuff to bring them going. So I think it's a cool trend amongst creators to reach back into your childhood and bring something that inspires you from that time.
I used to have a piece of art. I don't know where it is now. It'd be around here somewhere. I was just seeing if I could spy it. But it was, from around that time for me. And I was doing a trying to ape a Jim Lee style with a kind of Todd McFarlane looking character. It looked a little bit like this guy, actually.
Oh, nice.
And he was just standing there in the most basic kind of like, upright, arms out to the side. And I couldn't draw hands. So I just put like that, 90s circle around the hand with a little bit of effect, like it was glowing.
Exactly.
And he's got he's had those big things exactly like that character.
Oh, nice.
And a mask that looked like Spawn. And I wrote, "I am the Silver Star," like in
Silver
big
Star.
lettering. And I was it's always find that quite funny.
I love it. There's a character that I will never bring back that I created when I was, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there as well. And the character was called Cinder. Now, I thought this was a cool character at the time because it was a rock character. It was kind of based because I liked Bad Rock and the Thing. Right, and it was great. It was just great character. It was Cinder, but his character design was much like Savage Dragon at the time, which was just like a wife beater and a pair of jeans. It was just like this muscle-bound rock dude. Have no idea. Probably will not be bringing back that character, but I always remember him very fondly because I used to draw so many different like little comic books at the time. Like that was my character. He was like the coolest thing. No capes. Capes are cool, man. Capes are fun to draw if you draw it correctly. If you draw it correctly, capes are fun because you can create so much dynamic and movement with capes or trench coats or whatever. It's fun stuff.
Yeah, McFarlane really opened the door on the cape. And then Capullo ran with that. Yeah, they really capes became just a kind of a character in its own right.
Yeah, that's 100%. I mean, even Norm Brayfogle on Batman would draw a very long, stylized cape back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. So I mean, you're setting it apart your belief, disbelief. What am I trying to say here? Sean, help me out. Having a stroke.
Bullshit.
That. whatever.
Yeah.
Disbelief. You know, I mean, we're making fantasy books. You know, fantasy comic books. Not everything is going to work in comics the way it works in real life. So you can break the rules just because visually it looks good. You know, and capes is one of those things. You can draw a cape way longer than you would ever think of having it.
Here,
but it's going to look good
this.
going to look good on the screen.
You see Quasada? Like that guy.
Oh yeah, look at that cape!
fuck.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you don't have to make it
Yeah.
practical or any kind of. It doesn't have to be based in any sort of reality because you don't have to see
Right.
it moving or how it works. You just do it. Just
It's
draw
gotta
it.
be cool, man. It's the school of cool. It's all about.
Rick says 50-50 with capes for me. I got to it. Oh, it got to fit for. Oh, it's got to fit the character. Yeah. Yeah, was that a Deathmate? Sean?
Yeah, it was the prologue.
Okay, yeah. That was. I think that was the only one Quesada did was that Deathmate one.
Yeah. But back to the Spawn thing, like
Yeah.
Todd was mentioning, he was gonna bring up like the old art he did for it.
Yeah.
But maybe re-ink it. You know, like if
Oh,
he-
that'd be cool.
that would be cool to see. Because
Why
like
can't
if you have the devils and the detail or some shit, the art atomic file, like it's pretty much got most of that in there.
Wasn't he like famously quite terrible before he started? You know,
Yes.
he would just spam arms just to try and like get good at it.
Yeah. His whole thing was like draw like a certain part of the body for like about a week or so.
Yeah.
Try to put everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief, I think, is probably what I was trying to say. Thank you, Wiley J. Richard Gradwell says Todd's year 2 Batman cape was awesome. Yeah, I think that was that's probably where he really kind of started experimenting with the cape. Even in Spider-Man, when he did the Spider-Man, what was it with the Hobgoblin? What was that?
Well, there was Hobgoblin and was it Whiplash? I think it was Whiplash where he really started to show that craziness. You know,
Yeah,
it was
Hobgoblin for
really
sure.
It wasn't that wild.
You could almost see pre-Spawn-esque capes when he was drawing Hobgoblin with the Ghost Rider Hobgoblin crossover that he did with that Spider-Man series in the 90s. If you go back and look at that art, it's really, I mean, you can actually see Spawn in some of those cape, just the way he would draw a cape. So it was kind of really
I'll have to go
developing.
check that out.
It's pretty cool.
I have a trade of Hobgoblin. I don't know if that stuff's in there, but I remember I loved Hobgoblin when I was a kid.
He's one of my
a cool
favorite.
character.
He's actually one of my favorite Spider-Man rogues. Is I like him better than Green Goblin. It's just for some reason his get-up is the color scheme, and I also liked it when he had like when he was possessed by the demon before they created Demo Goblin. When Hobgoblin went through that arc where he was possessed with that demon. I think Web of Spider-Man 48 is one of my favorite issues when they're fighting in the sewer. If you guys have read that one, love that.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I found out about him. I went because I started on Web, and then I got the opportunity to buy the whole back run of it. From issue 1. So I just started going through it, and that's when I discovered him, and I was like, "Oh, this guy rocks."
I went out and bought Web of Spider-Man 48. It's probably over in my collection somewhere on eBay because I didn't have it in my collection, but I remember having it as a kid. And I remember, it was probably bought for me at the grocery store or whatever. But that issue just stuck out in my head so much. I don't know why, but it's literally one of my favorite Spider-Man issues of all time. I don't even know who drew it. I don't know if that was Romita or if it was somebody else. I have no idea who was drawing Web of Spider-Man at that time. I just remember just how much I loved that book.
Yeah,
I hardly ever knew who drew or wrote anything back in the day.
Hold on. This fucker's huge. You see?
Yeah, there you go. See, like that's some of the precursors you could see kind of to Spawn. You know, like what he would produce a couple years later when he was drawing Spawn. He was really going towards that dark, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, rendering there. Ronan is our host. Yes, I am. That's right. Oh, okay, Alex Subiak. Yes. Well, I liked it. I dug it. I thought it was great. Yeah, but I saw this and I was like, this is cool. Who knows if it's going to be any good, but I'm thinking I'm going to check it out just because I'm intrigued, and we'll see if it's in, which I hate to say it. And if Rob or Thomas Healy is listening, I hate to say this, but a lot of your new titles have been less than exciting. So hopefully this one will be one that is exciting. I'm pretty sure that's why Thomas doesn't come on our show anymore.
New stuff or what he's making?
Well, Thomas Healy is the editor in chief at Tom McFarlane Productions. Oh, Sheldon's been in the background this whole time. Jeez, Sheldon, I'm sorry, man.
I thought you were waiting for a surprise or something.
Usually, I'm pretty good at seeing who's in the chat below. I can't believe I missed that. Although this mic is kind of like right in my eyes.
Saying, "Look how unprofessional we used to be. Look at this amateur hour."
Talking about like how we've improved so much, and
yeah. When you were bringing on Bancroft, I thought it was me. I was like, "All right, I'll get ready."
You've been there that long?
Wait, you've been there that long?
Oh my god, I'm embarrassed for you, Joe.
I'm embarrassed for me more. Yeah, that's horrible, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Give me a chance to work on this anyway.
Oh, I was like, let me bring you up
Nice.
Sure.
here. You go.
Doing a remark on that ash can that I sent you guys.
Nice. Well, my bad, man. All right, everybody shame me in the chat. I want to see people shame me. We got Jason in the house. Says, I love you. I love you too, man.
Love you.
Love you too.
Good
Sheldon, yes, this is our guy, Sheldon Martin. Yes, thank you. Shake my head. Yes, yep. Poor Sheldon. I know. Yeah, keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming.
I promise not to do that to you, Sheldon. Never would.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Gunto
Hey, if
Hair
I
says,
had controls, I would have brought you up soon.
see, I'm used to Sean being in here and having the co-host controls, so where he can see and do things as well. That allows me to do all this other stuff. But you know what? My excuse is this, right? I got this mic right here. This is it. It takes I've got this big 55-inch screen is my monitor. Okay, so it's a lot of places to look at, and the mic kind of blocks certain parts of it. Now I'm looking down there. I saw Sheldon a couple times. I have no idea why I thought it was Sean, because Sean's wearing a hat. But I'm looking down there. I was like, why is Sean? He's drawing something, and I'm looking at I'm like, whatever. And then I was like, wait, that's probably Sheldon.
Wait. Are you saying all bald white guys look alike?
I mean, we tend to,
Racism.
All I'm hearing is, the poor tradesman who blames his tools. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's just excuses. Yeah, thank you, Fugman. He says, Ronan is a good host. Thank you. See, I've got somebody at least has got my back. We got Mo Biggs in the house. Good to see you, brother.
What's up, Mo?
Hope you're doing well. You know what? Rick Saylor, I forgot to do this because I've got Bancroft on, and I was just like, it's a good conversation. Let's go. But he's the first member I've seen in the chat. So the first member is, get this. You know, it feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight. Welcome, everybody. I just like doing that because I can do that voice. I can drop it real low. That's fun. That's what it's all about me. I was very narcissistic, Very narcissistic. Dang, Sean and Sheldon look like twins. See, that's what I'm saying. I looked down there and I was like, that is Sean. Why is he down there? I don't know. And I'm looking at the chat. I was like, I don't know why you're wearing a red shirt and a black hoodie, but it's.
I'll take that as a compliment.
There you go,
Sean.
Yeah, if I can come up with the excuses, that's what I'm trying to do.
Justifiable reasons.
I'm not gonna live that one down.
This one chick that she would always say, "You always have an excuse for everything." I'm like, it's a justifiable reason. Like, just because you don't fucking buy into it doesn't mean like it's not true. You fucking dumb twat. So,
I like that. I like that. That's a good.
Looks like she really touched a nerve there, Sean.
Oh my god! Like it was every weekend. Like every time we go out, she'd be like,
"This was 20 years ago. He's still going on about it."
And you know what? Her head game was whack. So
there you. Well, that's really why you kick it to the curb.
Right. Yeah.
That's the real reason right there.
Yep.
One of the titles I had in here was "Is Jim Lee back?" Now, why did I put that title? Well, if you guys followed us last year, you will know that we did an entire 4-part mini-series or 4-part series on Hush, the original Hush from early 2000s. We looked at all 12 issues of that over a 4-week period of time, and we were very hyped for Hush 2. Very good shows. Go back and watch them. We had a blast doing it. Very good numbers for those shows as well. But then we get Hush 2, and the very first issue was not good. It's very lackluster, and we're like, maybe it's going to get better, and there'd be some times where there'd be some good stuff here or there, but mostly it was still just kind of lackluster, and we're like, what the hell's going on? Like, has Jim lost a step? Is he not into what he's doing? The entire team seemed to be off. Scott Williams' inks looked a little off. Alex and Claire's colors looked odd. Like, everything just looked weird, compared to what we had just gone through for 4 weeks. And then we find out that Jim is possibly dealing with pre-diabetes, some health issues. Scott Williams has got some health issues, and so I'm just like, maybe there's excuses here. So I see this art posted the other day by Jim Lee doing some absolute covers, and I was just like, is Jim Lee back? Like, is he kind of back on board? Has he got a new lease on life? Has he figured some stuff out? Because the stuff is looking pretty good. I know I sent this to you, Sean. I mean, what you think? I mean, like, this looks kind of vintage Jim Lee to me. A little loose, but still, like,
Yeah, more solid blacks than anything. I like the rendering. It's powerful. Like, that's the one thing I think we said about Hush 2, or Shush, as we like to call it.
Shush, yes.
Is that there wasn't anything really powerful. Those stark images, and this is just awesome.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting it back a little bit. One of my big complaints was his face.
Yeah.
The way he was drawing Batman's face in Hush 2, I was just like, why? It's just so weird. This looks a little bit more like traditional, like the way he would draw Batman's face. Bancroft, I don't know if you have been following Hush 2. You don't even know if you're a fan of Jim Lee's art or not. But I'm going to throw the question to you if you are, and you know what we're talking about. Did you see a dip in his work lately? And does this give you hope that maybe the second half of Hush is going to be good?
I didn't follow Hush at all, so I'm not completely aware of where he's at the moment. I saw Rocky Ballesteros was checking out some of his books, but I wasn't paying too much. It looked all right to me. I didn't. I don't know. Like, my knowledge of Jim Lee is very small back in the 90s. When he was working on X-Men.
There you go.
They were, that was like a different time when you're doing like, they were pumping books out. So, sure, his like big gatefold cover is the most famous #1 cover ever, but a lot of the interiors were it was like he was getting them out and they look great, but I think other artists were maybe better, so I wasn't like the hugest Jim Lee fan. I was much more Ray McFarlane over Jim Lee at that time, but I saw these. I thought they were great. I really liked them. I have the same thing. I don't know, like, we looked at these on the art share yesterday.
Okay, nice.
And, Rob pointed out something that I agree with, which is, I know about the face here, that just doesn't, like, I wouldn't even know that Superman if you didn't have the costume on. Like, but again, I'm not really following Absolute. So.
Yeah, it's the Absolute. Yeah, I get what you're saying on that for sure. The Absolute Batman, I only read, or Superman, I only read one issue. I think we did a review on issue 1, which was all right. It was what
good.
it was.
It was really it was good.
It was decent.
It was tough. It's tough to get through, but I heard great things about the whole
thing. The thing I like about the Absolute series in general is just that they're doing something different. Mm-hmm. We've had the same Batman, Superman for forever. And they're at least trying to do something a little bit different with the characters, very Elseworld kind of like story. And so I was down with that. I was like, that's cool. I actually like the costume for Absolute Superman with all this kind of like armored line. It's very heavy blacks and stuff like that. And but yeah, he's drawn a little bit different for sure. But yeah, I saw this art. Sheldon, I know. I think you're a Jim Lee guy, right? I mean, not favorite, but you follow Jim Lee.
I'm a big Jim Lee fan.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So. You probably have felt the exact same way that we've been feeling as well with Jim Lee's art. And does this give you kind of any excitement or hope like it does us when we kind of see it? I mean, look at this. That's a beautifully drawn fist there. Like, that is awesome.
I'm sweating.
The hands are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It feels like he's making some, I don't know, like using different reference or something, or just trying some things different. Like, I don't normally see him do a face like that. Looks more Neil Adams to me.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Good call.
So, like, hopefully, I mean, but when this stuff happens too, though, I've seen Jim Lee's pencils before, and they like look really good, but then like the inking kind of flattens it out.
That's, we were saying the same thing about Scott Williams ink, so I wanted to bring that up because we have all these Jim Lee pencils. I want to be like, look, the pencils look really good. I mean, Jim Lee has always had kind of a looser feel to a lot of his line work, which you work with inkers to tighten that stuff up. He's just old school like that, but everything is there. Everything's looking good. And the inks sometimes come through and they don't look quite as good. Although I will say I think Scott has done better lately with this piece than he did, like, say, the Hush stuff. And Sean, you said you have a theory on why Scott has kind of drastically changed over the last few years with his style, or at least his quality.
Yeah, there's a synthetic brush pen that he's been using more so than quill or actual brush himself. So that always has a hand in the finesse of the craft of the art. So
yeah, because he was always a brush guy, like a real brush, like real, and you could see that in his inks were always very smooth, polished when it came to Jim Lee stuff, and brought it out perfectly. And we were looking at the Hush stuff, and we're like, man, something looks off. And we look at some of the pencils, and we're like, the pencils don't look that much different than what you would expect for Jim Lee. Now, there's some things Jim Lee was doing that I didn't like. I didn't like how he was drawing the Batman's face and cowl. It just seemed weird, like almost like he forgot how to draw Batman's face, It just seemed off. But like the inks, you threw the inks on, you're like, all right, there's something wrong with the inks. There's something odd looking with the inks. But this stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is looking really good. Like this came out really nice. Like this is very polished up and brought together. It's not as raw as Jim Lee's pencils. Like if you look at his pencils here, right? You got a lot more rawness, energy in his stuff. But I almost think that this is kind of hard to ink. This style, this style is kind of hard to ink for an inker, because you can do one of two things. You can either really go scratchy with it, or you can go really nice, solid, and polished, which is what Scott Williams did. See how much of a difference this is?
I think that's the right approach. Otherwise, it's just going to get kind of muddy and head in the wrong direction. Like, there's a certain expectation with Jim Lee with the final piece. He was always pretty clean, I think. Like, he wasn't. He didn't go for that sort of more European, scratchy, softer style. These still, even though they do look pretty like pretty amazing for me, like in terms of what I've seen of Jim Lee over the last 10 years or so. They still look like Jim Lee. Like that fist is like it bears hallmarks of, I don't know exactly what it is, but if someone said, who do you think this is, I probably might have been able to guess it's Jim Lee. Yeah,
for sure. I think it's weird because we've had 35 years of Jim Lee and Scott Williams together, and they created a standard. They created a standard over the years that you compare them to their own standard, and I feel like they definitely weren't getting it, going all the way back to what was he drew a cover with Flash on it, and that was one of the first times I kind of thought to myself, like, man, I feel like either Jim is not into it or something's going on, because the cover really wasn't that good of a cover. And it was from what you would dynamically think out of it's just kind of Flash running in this weird pose, not even a very dynamic, powerful pose. And I'm just like, man, it's weird. And then we go through a period of time where Jim's doing his thing. Now it comes out like possibly health issues or whatever. Maybe that was affecting him mentally when it came to. He was saying he was having trouble with his hands and stuff like that. And I can get that. Like I had problems with my wrist a couple years back where I had a really bad shake in my wrist. I had nerve damage in my wrist, and I had to start getting that worked on. And now I can draw again. But for a while there, it was really mentally affecting my work because I wasn't confident in drawing because I couldn't, hold on to a pencil. So maybe it was something like that. Maybe he's got his confidence back. But if this is some of the first stuff that he's putting out, I'm impressed. I'm excited to see if maybe he's going to get back to a little bit more vintage Jim Lee with the rest of this Hush run.
How old is he?
Sorry. Oh, he's
60 something. Let me look it up.
Okay.
4 or 5 maybe?
Jim Lee is 61 years old.
Pretty, I know. I don't really believe in the, I do think they age out artists way too soon in comics.
Oh yeah.
But having said that, usually there is a trajectory over the decades, and to be in your 60s and still able to draw like that, that's pretty rare, I'd imagine. Like, this is when I first saw these on the web, I was like, wow, that's some pretty epic art.
Yeah.
Regardless of who made it,
It's a complicated Superman outfit too.
Yeah, I love it.
And each composition is different. There's so much energy, movement. I can't fault any of the anatomy or anything. Like, that's very impressive.
This is one of the more dynamic pieces I've seen him do lately. And this is like a power pose, and I like just the foreshortening of his right wrist and forearm being right in our faces there, and just the lean back that he's doing. Even the cape, all the stuff in the background is how they draw the absolute Superman's cape. It's like this kind of, I don't even know what it is. I don't want to say it's like energy or something, but it might be. I don't really read the book. But that's why it's drawn so differently. Everything looks really good. I want to give a shout out though. Sumo Thori is in the house.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. We also have the time scales in here as well. It says at 59, I cannot use my hands to draw due to tremors, so I envy his ability. Get your try going to a chiropractor and getting your nerves looked at. I was going to look into doing carpal tunnel because I was convinced to myself that I've got carpal tunnel. Just, that's all the symptoms. You go online, you type in everything that you've got going on. It's like carpal tunnel. I went to my chiropractor and he was like, dude, don't do that. Don't get cut up if you don't have to. Let me work on your neck, which I've had a bad neck from music. I used to headbang a lot. I kind of messed my neck up. And it turned out that I had some nerves. Even yesterday I went and got adjusted. And he said the nerves in my wrists are so extremely tight that it's crazy, and so I'm always getting that adjusted, my neck adjusted, but at least it gives me a chance to get those tremors out of my hands. So time scales, if you get a chance, check that out if you haven't yet. I recommend it. I bet the old kings would disagree with Bancroft. Well, maybe, okay, let's say this. I know what Bancroft is saying. So go back a generation. Go back to like the Burns, Neil Adams, all these guys. When they got older, their work did start to suffer, but go forward a generation to the generations we came up loving, and that includes guys like Aaron Lopresti and Graham Nolan. But you talk about Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Silvestri, Tom McFarlane, all those guys. Those guys can still, even at a late 50s, early 60s, produce really good work where I think their counterparts before them were starting to suffer. I don't know why that is, but I haven't really seen a big drop off with a lot of these artists. When you think of Silvestri, it's like friggin' 65. Let me look it up.
67, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's, what I think it is? I think it's more like about, obviously there are physical things like eyes give out. And, just the ability to be able to sit in a chair for extended periods of time. Might become more painful and uncomfortable, but I think more than anything, what is just inevitable is if you've done something for 3 decades, 4 decades, there are sometimes the passion just seeps away, and it's great to see guys in their 60s, 70s still keeping that level of passion that they want to actually, make art of this quality even after so many decades.
That's a great point too. Passion probably has a lot to do with it. HPT Bandit says, I'm a big fan of Jim Lee, but his current Hush 2 art is just off. The bat symbol on Batman's chest felt like an afterthought. It floats around. Yeah, there's something that we kind of thought the same thing. There was just something off about his Hush work, but maybe that's getting back on track. These are promising covers right here for the absolute Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. So maybe we're going to be able to see this on the second half of Hush. Silvestri is 68 years old. 68 years old. That's crazy, man.
I still think of him as a young guy.
So do I. Like, the image I have in my head is probably somewhere from like early 2000s or late 90s image that you would always see in in like Wizard or something,
Yeah.
It's
the
crazy.
The new breed, the new guys.
Yeah, exactly. I love his gay, sexy voice. What, mine?
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a sexy voice, but I don't know if it's gay. You know. Tremors in the hand. Okay, let's go. Get an inverter table.
I think Scott Williams had a table like that, like where he could lay down on his back because his back would always hurt.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he would like.
I don't know if I.
So
could
he
do
probably
that.
wasn't using a brush then if he was going upside down.
Right.
Well, yeah, probably not if that is the case. I'm a young 65, says Pastmaster Dan. Yes, you are, my friend. Yes, you are. When I draw, I lay on my tum-tum. Sorry, I'm not gay. Well, neither am I, as far as I know.
Well, happy June.
Yeah. Modern artists don't have the same deadlines to meet as the older artists did. That's true. I mean, especially the bigger you get, the more deadlines you get for sure. And that probably definitely helps because you get to take more time. Pastmaster Dan says Jasper, that guy, says give Scott Williams credit. I give Scott
Don't tell me
Williams.
what to do, Jasper.
I give him all the credit in the world for early on, for helping guide Jim Lee early on. But Scott Williams, as of late, has not been the Scott Williams we all know and love. However, this looks pretty damn good. So maybe, we said it before, in Hush, I feel like they were experimenting a little bit. Even Alex Sinclair's colors look better, this looks a lot better than some of the stuff I saw in Hush. Although maybe he's getting back to like his style again. Where Hush, I feel like they're just experimenting. I feel like Sinclair was experimenting with his color palette. Jim Lee, I thought, was experimenting a little bit, maybe not. Scott Williams was doing, a different kind of style with his inking. Things just looked off, and I think everybody has universally kind of said that.
Well, these projects are very high stakes. Like, I think a lot of artists, even ones who've been around for decades, probably want to experiment and try and do new things.
For sure.
But you do it on that stage.
Right, exactly.
It can either be a masterpiece or kind of land flat on its face, and everyone's there to see it.
Right, that wasn't the stage to choose to do an experiment on. Like, they needed to come out with Hush too if they wanted that successful. Jim Lee needed to come out and like put his best work down in years and just do, go back to the old school of trying to, impress everybody, remind everybody who you were. That's what I thought Jim Lee was going to do. Come out with this project and remind everybody who he is, in case people forgot.
I'm Jim motherfucking Lee.
That's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, bitch. Apex says Jim Lee too busy at his publishing job that it affected his art. So I saw an interview with Jim, and Jim used to keep these hours. It was like 1 to 7 a.m. in the mornings when he would do a lot of his drawing. Well, he was saying over the years, his sleeping habits, his health, his eating habits have all attacked his health. And he's adjusted a lot of stuff in his life that he had to have. And I think he might be back in a better place right now, where for a second I think he was kind of going down a bad path there with health and his mental state when it came to drawing.
Remember that quote from Tyson? It's hard to get up, at 3 a.m. in the morning when you're wearing your silk pajamas. Like, these guys already made it. Like, they were the top, the pinnacle. And then, Jim Lee is, what is he, editor-in-chief at DC?
What's his official
Whatever he
title?
is, he's like, he's not the hungry young artist struggling to make his name. His legacy is assured. So it is, I would imagine, it's got to be harder at that point to like force yourself to sit down and for hours on end and put in this effort to kind of like continue that fight once you've already reached the mountaintop.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great point.
And you know what? Like maybe he should have like listed like the Tyson's other quote where he's like, "I'm gonna eat him." Like that. That's a starving artist.
Him and his children.
But that's it is
children.
really true what you just said. Sorry to cut you off there, Sheldon.
No,
but it's really true what you said. I do the same thing. I'd be up at 5 a.m. in the morning drawing, staying up late drawing, and I put on a ton of weight. I was unhealthy, and you've got to at some point you just got to say like, what what are you going to do here? Because you could literally, and people have, like, they do it in manga all the time. Draw yourself into an early grave.
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, just taking care of yourself in general, just health wise, for sure.
Lack of sleep and eating past your bedtime or snacking past your bedtime, that messes up your not blood sugar. Well, blood sugar, but
insulin and cortisol.
Yeah, for like days afterwards, even if you catch up on sleep.
That's my biggest issue right now is trying to find the time to sleep because I've been pulling some crazy late hours. I've got a stream where I don't get done until 2 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays. It's definitely catching up to me. Although I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at regulating my sleep just because of how important it is for my health. And that's 44 years old. I got to make sure I'm taking better care of myself. Got a 7-year-old daughter. I want to make sure I'm around as long as I can. Jim Lee is a chief creative officer. Is his title, chief creative officer. Roy says, been a pro illustrator since 1988. No tremors, steady hands, no wrist issues, nothing. Knock skull. Nice. Well, good for you, man.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. Skeleton Comics is in the house. Says, hail, Comics Gay. Hail to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I think that's all the new people jumped in. My thing was, it wasn't just a drawing. It was a drawing. I played guitar. I also worked with a job where I was constantly cutting rubber cleats for conveyor belts. And so I did a lot of work with my wrists over the years. And I think that's just some kind of nerve damage.
You were banging your head around like a chimpanzee.
That too. I was doing a lot of head banging, very ambidextrous with my hands, over the years, ever since I was 11 years old. So put that one together. But there's a lot of things going on with your wrists, so but doing good now. That's all I have to say. Got them adjusted. No more shaking in my hands. I can actually draw now. I do have to wear this wristband now. I mean, my hands, when I'm sitting here at the desk with my keyboard and everything, like my wrist will get sore if I don't wear this. So it's weird. You just adjust to life,
This thing here is a lifesaver.
What you got here?
A little pad. I got off Amazon. I put
okay.
Right there, put my elbow on it. God, my elbow used to kill me, and now no pain at all.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I like it. Tricks of the trade.
Is there good like resistance from when
it's like one of those memory foam things. So no matter how much you can sit on it for, lean on it for 12 hours, it pops back by the next day.
Nice.
EVS uses elbow pads.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, he uses the elbow pads. I didn't want to do that. I was like, my days of elbow pads are over. 8 days.
I don't think I've ever tried
either. Sits right there. It actually, because it's in a stationary spot, it actually sort of keeps me from, moving around too much and maybe slouching, because it keeps me in this set position with my back up.
That's a good point.
Although I work on the screen, so it's a little different.
Timescale says, I've interviewed Joe, Sean, and Michael, and here you have some of the world's finest talents confirmed. There you go.
We'd like to brag.
Yeah, we definitely like to brag. Beautiful. That's what we do here. Sean planned ahead. He got a clone for spare parts.
Right? I'll be looking for that new pancreas in the mail soon, buddy.
Jeez. All right. A few times in the 90s, had to put in some 100-hour weeks for months at a time to hit deadlines. Jeez, man. That's crazy.
Rough.
Brutal.
Yeah. Okay, let me get to the Bancroft. So are you all done fulfilling the fractured mind? Or are you still in the middle of doing that?
Well, yeah, the campaign orders all out. Yeah. So now it's just online store. So if anyone orders, they go out next day.
That's awesome.
Nice.
You have a link or anything you want to share?
A bit under 2 weeks to get it all sorted. What was that?
So you got a link or anything you want to share real quick? We bring it up.
Yeah, I can bring it up.
While you're looking for that, I just want to say, so I haven't read the book just yet, words and everything, but I will. But what I like about this, what I think is unique about this book that you wrote, obviously you're writing it and Rob Looper is doing the art. This is I was very surprised at the amount of action in this book.
Mhm.
Was that something you did on purpose? Like, fuckers, I'm gonna show you that I can write a fucking action book because everyone, giving me shit about it. Tell me about it.
Because even the first 2 books, there is a little bit more action in the second one.
Yeah,
but not
I'm
much.
bringing
It's not it's not the Lucent. It will eventually lead into more action, but it's not like an action-packed superhero comic. It never was supposed to be. It was always supposed to be a much more cerebral and mystery thriller kind of story. But I have still set up the world. These characters have some pretty spectacular powers, and there's definitely a lot of tension between the different characters and the different groups and everything. So the potential for action is there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know if that would work. It's all at thelucentcomic.com.
Yeah, it should be on there.
The potential for action is 100% there. But yeah, so I did. People from straight away, they're like, "Oh, I just wish there was a bit more action." I was like, "Well, let's sort that out." So I thought, all right, well, I could write more action focused comic, and that's what that sort of was the beginnings of this. So I thought, what's a good moment? So in Waking Dream, the two main characters who we hear, Ella and Damon, are already in a sort of strange dream relationship. Like, they start making out in the first book. So you're like, all right, they already know each other. So I thought, well, they met 6 months ago. Why don't I try and come up with how they met each other in a dream? And because it's a dream, the action can get a little kooky and weird. And so the first half of this book, it's Ella beating up all these guys that she sort of like has concocted in her mind. And then the second half of the book is Damon appearing and them meeting, and him just kind of unpicking the whole reason why. And it's all about her inner psyche and her sort of undealt with trauma from her childhood that happens in Waking Dream. But yeah, it is really a good excuse just to sort of show off a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I've got, but I haven't had a chance to get to yet because the main series is, a little bit more of a longer build-up.
Well, that was the first thing I noticed, and like I said, I was just flipping through it, and I wanted to. I know you got that up there real. Well, yeah, you got that right. I was going to bring up this opening splash page you have where Rob's drawing this really beautiful, just jumping scene. And by the way, the colors in this book are fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah,
you knocked it. I love the way you do the blues and the oranges and the yellows, and just everything works really well.
We were just talking about killing yourself for your work. I mean, I was in a place towards the end of this where I was like, I need this done. I was just like pushing everything to the absolute limit. Can I make this a little bit better? Because Rod had really given me some phenomenal line art to work with. I wanted it to match, and I wanted it to be different to what I normally do in my main books. So you're not just getting the same thing, you are getting something a little bit different.
Yeah, that's what I loved about it right off the bat. I was like, oh wow, this is, I mean, I'm not saying that I only like action, but action definitely helps when it comes to the art and story for me. So when I was flipping through this, I was like, oh, I did not expect it. There's multiple double page spreads in here.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, like this is. Oh yeah, at one point I think you have 3 double page spreads back to back.
I do, yeah. Originally it was 2.
It's pretty cool.
Because I don't know if I've ever seen that. I mean, maybe people have done it and I just haven't seen it. But I wanted a double page spread that, like, you open it, then you turn it, and it's it's the same position, but you see what happens just after. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. But then when we were developing the story, I was like, you know what? There's kind of like a missing thing in here, like a missing moment. Let's make another double page spread.
Nice.
So it's like back to back to back, the triple spread.
It's a cool
Rod
concept.
was down. He loves making these big, crazy action spreads. So
I bet that's like like the playground for us action artists. We're like, what, double page spread? Let's go.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
It's like early Image days with double page spread one after another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is me making more of like an American style comic book.
Yeah, and you nailed it.
Because my other ones are much more influenced by European. But I wanted to have a go at this, and and I want to keep doing that too as I make these side books while I'm working on the main books, and just try out new things. So my next one is going to be completely different again, different artists. It's going to be set in like 400 AD Britain, and it's going to be wizards fighting and Vikings, but like all within the Lucian world,
right?
With its own sort of spin. So
I love that concept, because I mean it's kind of similar to what I'm doing too with the Reaper Destroyer universe. Is doing some spin-offs, but like I have the ability to bounce back in time or go forward in time because of the way I've set the universe up to do stories with various characters. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Do you know who the artist is going to be on that project yet? If you want to say, or are you keeping that under the
lined up?
Okay.
He said, "I'm busy at the moment. Come back in 5 months."
Oh, there you
go.
go.
That was about 4 months ago. So hopefully he's still interested. I haven't finished the full script yet. I've got the synopsis done, but I got to like write an actual script for him.
Yeah.
But like he would be perfect for it. When I saw his work, I was like, yes, it's got that kind of right grit, good amount of detail.
Nice.
There's beautiful landscapes. So yeah, fingers crossed it all works out.
That's all.
I'll
Yeah.
get it made no matter what.
Looking forward to that. That'd be very cool.
How many pages is this one?
So these side books, I mean, I'm shooting for like 36 pages, depending on the story. So this is sort of like semi-self-contained. People have just read it by themselves. They said they enjoyed it, even though they hadn't read previous recent stuff.
Nice.
Because it is sort of like you're diving deeper and deeper into this, Ella's kind of psyche and what's going on there. But at the end, it does very much kind of open the door. It literally opens the door. There's an opening door at the end of it.
Nice. I love it.
To Waking Dream. And I think if you've read Waking Dream first, a lot of this stuff is going to have a lot more impact. It's going to have a lot more meaning and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like it is a self-contained story, but it references heavily into, it's a prequel to Waking Dream. The next one will be 100% like a self-contained thing within the universe.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta etch out some time to sit down and read this book, which is great because it is not that long, being just 30 some odd pages, which is a lot better for me.
It's also, it's funny. I guess I've never done this before. I've never written a script, handed it to an artist. He gave me back pages. That was a big wake up call because, I see things in my mind when I'm writing, and then so I write that down, and then he sends stuff back to me, and it's completely different. And I was like, oh, because that's his interpretation. That's the back and forth between the writer and the artist that I'd never experienced before, being an artist on my own book.
Right.
But that was great, and I got into the swing of things. All right, this is going to be like a real collaboration effort. And then once I'd gotten all the art, I started the lettering. I'm like, this dialogue doesn't work anymore because it's Rod's art now. And so I actually went back and rewrote pretty much the entire dialogue. I mean, the bones of the story are what they are, but what's being said and the messaging in the thing, I just felt like, I could expand this so much more and make it so much better. And I do think, like, dialogue wise, this is my best writing out of the series so far. Like, I really felt like I'd grown as an artist, but also a writer in this one as well.
I was gonna say,
I hope you enjoy it.
I read the first page, I think, first 2 pages, and then I just started flipping through the book after that. But I did like your writing, I did like the pacing, but I liked your writing before too. So, but it's fun to be able to know that you were improving. When you're talking about writing for an artist, it's funny because when I did the supplemental book for Reaper Destroyer, I wrote a story that Oliver Saavedra drew, and it was the first time I ever wrote for somebody else to draw. And I did experience the exact same thing you're talking about, Bancroft, where in my head I'm seeing what it's going to be, but when he's coming back with stuff, it's like, that was fun. It was a great collaboration to see how he was bringing my story to life through his eyes. And it was really fun to see that interpretation of my universe, my characters, by somebody else. It was a fantastic artist. And I found myself having a lot of fun just doing the writing and just doing the dialogue, which was interesting because playing writer for, like writer, just straight writer for the first time, I was like, okay, I can see why all the writers out there enjoy this.
Yeah, because you don't know it until you do it. And then you realize, oh no, this is like a proper collaboration. Rod, what you're seeing in this book, the story you get, owes as much to how Rod interpreted what I'd written than what I'd written originally. So
nice.
It was a very unique experience that I am very much looking forward to doing again. Yeah, no, looking forward to reading it and whatever else you got coming up. I've enjoyed the world that you've created with the Lucent, so the expansion I think is going to be great. So I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely, man. Jasper says, have you read the Darkness reboot? Any good? Only the first couple issues. The first issue was fantastic. I can't give an update on that going forward though, because I haven't read the rest of them yet. We got Jay in the house.
What's up, Jay?
Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Everybody go sub to the Gooch over at Diabolical Souls Presents or Souls Studio, I believe, or on YouTube. Definitely check that out. So yeah, I actually got both these covers. I got Rod's cover and I got your cover. I like yours better, to be honest with you. And I like Rod's work, but for some reason there's just something about the face and the shattering glass. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right pierces the soul. And it's got that. I mean, it's got that kind of Lucent greeny blue going on, so it's sort of in the family. That's a good point. Yeah. But I love playing with the spot gloss on all my covers and trying to come up with a new, way of doing it. So in the, you have your copy there of the first edition. It's the puddle. Yeah. The puddle is the gloss. Where are we at here? Yeah. So let me bring this up so everybody can see. So if you guys can see, you realize, she's not flying towards you. She's actually kind of hovering above a puddle that you're looking down into as the reflection. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then on Painted Death, which I've got here. Yeah, let me bring it up. Show me. I did the all the windows are the spot gloss. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I definitely had to make, so you can sort of see. Now it's all the glass shards. Yeah. And it's cool niche you've created there with the covers. Like it's. Yeah, but I'm gonna run out of ideas. Like, you say that now, but who knows? Maybe not. What else can we have? Something that reflects, something shiny. I'll figure it out as I go. There you go. So what was this link again? What was the site again? This is Lucent or is it thelucentcomic.com? Okay, I think I saw. I've got everything on there. Previous books, soft covers, hard covers, T-shirts. Don't forget the T-shirts. Nice. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I make the best T-shirts in all of indie comics. I like it. These toot away. Premium quality T-shirts that last for years, and on top of that, they're hand screen printed using the best inks you can use. I've had some of these T-shirts. The first time I went to these guys was before Tampa. They still look shirts with an I. They still look incredible. They hold years. What is it? 2016 now? 3 years. They're still going strong. Wow. So yeah, buy the T-shirts with confidence. Got a bunch of sizes over there. Books, T-shirts, trading cards, ash cans. It's all available. thelucentcomic.com. Hell yeah. Go check it out, everybody. Definitely do it. You will be glad you did. Trust me.
I went to get my T-shirts.
Sheldon, share a link. I was trying to bring up your campaign while we were talking to Bancroft, but for some reason, Kickstarter is not letting me sign on, which is weird. I got to figure that out. Shirts. I like that. Shirts. Sharts? No.
Italians pronounce things our own way.
Yeah. Ash cans. I love me some good ash cans.
Love ash cans.
Yeah.
We say ass cans.
Ass cans. Okay. Okay. Ass cans. I like that.
Ass cans.
Wait, how do you say ice can?
Well, at least we're not like the Kiwis.
What's the Kiwis?
Well, you know, they instead of deck, like a deck of cards, they
Yeah.
say a deck of cards. So, like a Kiwi will say, "Oh, he came over to polish my deck." You know, it's a different meaning.
That's that's for sure. Okay, let me see if I can bring this up.
Yeah, I shared it in the back chat.
For some reason, it's not letting me. Just bring, if you can pop it up on the screen. For some reason, I got to figure out why I can't sign into Kickstarter right now. We'll figure it out.
Dan wants me to say Roomba.
There we go.
Is that
Roomba.
how
Yeah, you said it right. Roomba.
I say, you know what I say? When an Australian says porn, you don't know if I'm saying PAWN or PORN because I pronounce it exactly the same. So when I say
Great
the
point.
pawn shop, which one?
That's a great point. I mean, I know where my mind goes,
It's all about context.
Yeah.
Okay, I put it in the chat.
Can you bring it up to share your screen down there?
Oh, like present it?
Yeah. Just do that. I think that'll be the easiest. But yes, this is everybody. If you go to this link, you're going to check out Sheldon's book that we're going to take a look at here. Sheldon's been a big supporter of this show for the longest time. A really good dude, really good artist. We enjoy his book here, so we definitely want to give it some time. And we haven't done a lot of shilling in a while. We kind of got away from doing a lot of shilling, products or programming on this channel. And so, we're trying to get back into it a little bit with people that we really want to make sure are getting their due. And Sheldon and obviously Bancroft are two of those people that were on here.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Plus, they paid us.
Yeah, well, we weren't supposed to tell
Checks
that,
in the
Sean.
mail.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're supposed to keep that in the DL.
Damn.
So Sheldon's got the Occult Descent Volume 2. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about it. We'll go through this real quick. I don't want to. So what we're going to do, so anybody out there, just so you know, when we look at campaigns here, we like to loosely look at it. Let's talk a little bit about it. We don't need you guys to give an in-depth pitch or go over all the tiers, all that kind of stuff. So pressure's off. So just whatever you want to say about it, let's talk about your book.
Okay, cool. So can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So this kid, Henry, he was kidnapped by Sakal, that vampire.
Yeah.
That I was doing the remark of. So, yeah, he gets kidnapped. His friend Andy, she happens to be a police detective. She joins this VACU to get him back. They're the Vampire Assault Case Unit. And this guy is the leader. He inducted her or enlisted her. And so now they're going to get Henry back. And then also there's these normal vampires. These guys right here, they're all vampires.
I like how you say normal vampires.
Yeah, okay. So
Be an
Sakal,
abnormal vampire.
Yes.
yeah, just the regular average day ones.
Yeah.
That energy vampires. No. Sakal is a ancient psychopathic mutant vampire. So he's like,
okay,
like a monster compared to, even to these guys. So they're forming. This is the special ops team going to take him out. So it's kind of like these. It's kind of like the Rico's Roughnecks from Starship Troopers.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Versus the Dusk Till Dawn vampires, which are these. This is Sakal. He's making these weird-looking vampires, more zombie-looking, and they're versus
Sick.
like the basic True Blood style vampires. So it's gonna be it's all gonna come to a head. These guys are all gonna have a pretty sick fight. I think it's pretty cool. These are the David Finch pages that
he showed you, or that you showed him. I mean,
yeah, show it on there.
Did you do any tweaking on them, or are they just staying the way they're going to stay? Because he had good things to say about the pages.
Yeah,
a couple critiques that were good, but some good things to say about it.
No, I just kept the pages as they were, and then just kept moving forward, and I'd work up from there. Plus, I think my colors helped me out on a lot of it with my weak spots.
Yeah, I like your colors. He reminds me of Owen Jimmy.
Oh,
even, Ash Jackson.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely I see a lot of Owen Jimmys.
Not familiar with those colorists. But yeah, she was on Monster MD, Von Klaus's book.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be coloring these, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yes, there's some boobs in this book.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very tastefully done. It's like probably 20% gratuitous, but you get to see this chick's cans.
Oh, okay. Well, now that's the selling point right now. Buy the book and see this chick's cans. I like it.
You don't hear the word cans enough.
That's a good. Yeah, it's a good point. Let's bring it back. Let's
exactly.
bring it back.
The 80s are coming back. Oh, I forgot to say, Blood Force Mitch, he was on your channel before. He did this cover right here.
Oh, nice.
I think at first I liked the three fingers at first, but as he was drawing it on his channel doing live streams, everyone kept coming in asking if he was drawing the gargoyles.
Oh, right.
So I was like,
well, you know, I mean,
yeah, I mean, other than that, I like this cover. It's really good. His colorist Lee Kalba colored it.
Okay.
We got Sleeping Psychopathy in the house. Says OMG Bancroft. Oh yeah. And Rick Sailing knockers for the win. Yeah. Anytime you get those boobs in there, cans. I do like that. We need to bring back cans. That is great. Hashtag cans.
There's like a million names we got for them.
Sweater puppies.
Crazy Americans. Jugs.
Jugs. There you go.
I call them wangos and tatangalangs.
Wow. That's whole new meaning. I like it.
Tit-tangalangs.
Sleeping Psychopathy says, I got Fractured Mind today. Hell yeah. Tell us what you think about it when you get a chance to read it. I just got mine too, and I have not read it, but the art looks amazing. So,
yeah, if you do get it, by the way, please do leave a review on the site. They have that option on the website to leave reviews.
Chesticles, yes. Chesticles is another one. I just like the good old-fashioned boobies, you know. I remember once somebody called me immature for saying the word boobies. I was like, but boobies they're cool. They just sound awesome. Like,
I was told that when I called them, I said titties.
Titties.
Yeah, and then someone was like, "That sounds so immature." And they told me to call it just boobs, and this was a girl I was arguing with.
You know what sounds weird though is this, if you call them breasts. It just seems like the weird thing to say. You're like, well, they're the boobs, they're tits, they're, you know.
Not as weird as mammaries.
That's right. Mammaries?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I think that's like the medical.
Okay.
No, yeah, mammary glands.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is yeah, that is kind of weird. Yeah, boobies. Thank you. Hashtag boobies. Let's go. I still say that. Yeah, let's go.
So Mark Polton edited the book. This is him sitting by a fire. His haunted pizza logo and reading Gunga.
Very cool.
Very nice. Very udders. Oh, well.
Oh, udders. Yeah.
I guess there is that. All right, cans, boobs, boobies. Let's go. Everyone, go check this out. If anybody's got the link to this, can you please drop any mods in there? Could drop Cult Descent 2. Tig old biddies. There we go.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I still say that to my wife every once in a while, and she always glares at me. I'm like, hey, that's old school. You guys say that. That's old school.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I grew up as a kid hearing that all the time. Tig old biddies. Good times.
And there's PDF versions this time. The first time I didn't have that option. So it's save you on, what do you call it? Shipping.
What do you, chat and creators out there like, What do you guys see on the returns with the PDFs when you have them up as tiers? Good, bad, just kind of whatever. In chat, do you get those very much? Because I'm trying to decide if I want to put a PDF version of the book up on my website or on a campaign, and I haven't decided if I want to do that or not yet.
So far, I got 4 of them, 4 backers.
Yeah, it's been a bit meh for me. I think I have a bit of a different approach nowadays. Like, I think there's a new kind of breed of reader out there who we're never going to buy your book, but they will read it digitally.
Yeah.
And it's worth exploring. I'm actually going to sort of head back towards that. Because I know there's always that worry, like, why would anyone buy your book if they can just read it for free somewhere?
Yeah.
And that is a concern. But I feel like a lot of the people who do buy books, they're like physical people. You know, they like physical books.
Right.
And then there's a lot of people who read digitally. A lot of them, like, maybe they will, maybe they won't. It depends on how much they like it. And I just keep seeing examples of people who have their books fully up for free, even in the exact same format. On websites that then go on to crowdfund the physical editions and still get thousands of backers.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm like, that's interesting. You know, I knew that used to be the case way back in the day. I wasn't sure if it still was, but apparently it still is. So, I mean, if the aim is to get increased readership, I think it's worth at least considering. But you know, having PDFs and stuff, I always found PDFs to be a little clunky. Like, what am I going to do? Save your PDF somewhere on my computer? And
yeah, I don't know. I offered. Well, I was waiting to get Reaper Destroyer issue 1 out. I started offering a PDF version to anybody that backed the book for free. Just be like, I'll send it to you, you know, because I had a issue with printing on that campaign as well. And some people took me up on that. Other people were like, no, I just rather the physical edition. So, like, I'm still kind of on the fence. I see Rick Saylor saying do it, and other people were like, yeah, just put it up and see what happens. I might. I just got to get off my lazy ass and actually do it. But yeah, I'm curious when people are like wondering about the success rate or, you know, if it's interesting just yet. But, you know, I guess we'll see. Before we get back to that campaign, Rachel Brinkley says, real or bought tits? I say, yeah, I was going to say, Sean's like, he's like, doesn't matter. I like real, but doesn't mean I'm prejudiced to bought. It just depends on how they look, because they can look crazy fake and, you know, it takes me out of it. Or maybe they're done tastefully. Takes you out of it. You know?
Takes you out of the immersion.
That's right. Yeah. But no, I like real, like real everything. Let's go. PDF is nice, but I really love the physical edition, says Anubis. Yeah, I think most people will probably say that too. But, you know, it's, I guess, good to have the option. Timescale says, I don't want to buy PDF. I want a physical media only. Jasper says, I haven't read any PDFs that exist from projects I've backed. Interesting.
Well, okay. Case in point, so I had I had Loosen Up on Webtoon for years, and I'm going to start putting it back up there. It's in a very different format.
Okay.
It's vertical. You read panel by panel. It's almost like reading it like an animation.
Right.
It's not for everyone. It's probably not for like Gen X's, you know?
Yeah.
You read it on mobile. But I had hundreds of thousands of views over there, and at one point over 20,000 followers, like subscribers.
Jeez. It's crazy.
Like, and Webtoon has an audience that I mean, it dwarfs anything else. We're talking the big comics over there. They get billions of views.
Wow.
Not millions, billions.
That's crazy.
You know, you don't need that much, but like it'd be cool to get a couple 100,000.
Oh hell yeah!
And that's magnitudes more than what most of us would ever dream of, only producing through crowdfunding.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again, I just I'm keeping my options open, and I really don't think there's that much crossover between the different crowds. Like, it's funny. You put all your effort into, doing YouTube and getting out there. People go to a convention. They've never heard of you, never seen your book before. You've been doing it for years. But they'll go to the convention. And some of my friends went to the convention in Heroes Con. They sold 100 books, 70 books. But their crowd funds, that's that. If you sold 70 books in a day on a crowdfunding, you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That would be great. But that's what I'm saying. There's readers out there. Finding them all is the hard part.
That's a great point. Rachel Brinkley says exchange rate plus shipping makes physical hard in Canada. That is a good point. I was going to ask more for the foreigners that buy books, because shipping is so crazy that maybe that's a good option for having the PDF up there. So yeah, there's always that. It's good research. I like to have the conversation every once in a while, test the water to see where everyone's standing. My son reads all manga for free and buys the dope shit. The point is, make dope shit. That's a good point. It's a good point.
Doing my best to make the dope shit.
Yeah. So let's get back to occult descent. Dope shit. Let's go.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll go over the rewards. I had this chick. You get to see her jugs.
Jugs again, guys. Cans, jugs.
I did that on purpose.
Melons.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Jugalaya. Juggalo.
Good stuff.
Right. The first book is 50 pages. I put it at 15.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I go into 20 when I go to my local convention. So
that's a hell of a deal for 50 pages.
Yeah. So I figured I'd help people out, because they're helping me build this thing. 20 for the 72-page book, which is book 2, the one I'm working on now. That will go to 25 at conventions. If you want a remark added to any of the books, just add 30. So that's what that looks like. It's kind of blurry, but
yeah. Anyway, no, we can make it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's acrylic markers. I copied David Finch and Eric Grove, stole that from them. All the other covers are $20 as well for volume 2. Ash cans $7. These are all add-ons as well.
Yeah.
Or you could get all 4 cover 2s that took $10 off, so it'll be 70. Get the volume 1 plus all the cover 2s, 80. So it took what would that be? $15 off, and all the comics. So that's including the Ash can plus volume 1 and all the volume 2 covers. 85 took off $17. So that's the biggest value. Character sketch is 100 bones. I say sketch, but I'm really like doing the best I can.
I would say it's pretty good detail there for a sketch.
Yeah, it's a drawing. It's
more like a commission.
In case you don't like it, I could say, "Oh, it's just a sketch."
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Like it.
Multiple deniability.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Very important.
It's like, obviously you don't know what a sketch is. If you want the original cover, put it at $250. That's funny though. This thing is like, so these things look black. The inks look black, but they look gray on this. And then $200 for the original pages. Any page, I'm only on see, I'll be starting up page 46 here. So, but once I'm all done, I'll whoever, if anyone buys one, I'll email them all the pages, what they look like, and it's first come, first serve order.
Yeah.
And then there's me. There's my colorist Tanya Wicker.
Nice. They're like, we're not putting our picture on there.
Twitter and her DeviantArt if you want to follow him, and then Mark Bolton has his socials right there as well, and his website.
Nice.
So, back today, get an awesome comic.
Why is he a Harry Potter character? He should be a wrestler.
he's so I'm gonna work out a top secret project. It's he's going to be the crypt keeper. He's going to read a tale out of this book, and then I'm going to have all the haunted pizza horror.
It looks like it's at Hogwarts.
Now that you bring it up, Bancroft, he definitely has a Harry Potter-esque
he's got those
sense to him.
Harry Polton.
Do you have those earrings in real life?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I basically traced his picture because I didn't want to waste my time trying to get a likeness.
That's the way to do it.
The easiest way to do it.
I didn't want to waste my time drawing you, so I just traced it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I got to get back to these pages, and that's where I do my drawing.
Yeah, no, it looks great, man. Thank you for coming on, checking that, sharing that, and we'll do what we can to keep pushing this campaign. But make sure you guys get up. Sheldon, like I said, one of the big supporters here, does great work. He's always in the chat. So if you guys get a chance, please follow the link. Go over and check that out. If anybody is dropping the link there in the chat for us. Timescale says, watch the music. I hear Taylor Swift. I get copyright claimed on the music all the time, but I like it. It's not everybody runs music on their shows, and I think it adds some uniqueness to the background. So some people don't even hear it. So covers. Yeah, they're all heavy metal covers. That's the thing. Like, and I fight YouTube all the time. Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't win, but I don't monetize the live streams anyway, so it's all good. Thank you though. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Appreciate you. Oh, you gonna look at something else?
Me, no.
Okay, cool.
I was just gonna figure out how to close the screen. I didn't. It's my first time sharing a screen.
Here, I can. Well, if I do that, I probably kick you. Yeah. So.
Sheldon will be on my channel next week.
Oh, I did it. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on your channel as well.
Yeah, it's a good-looking book. I have questions.
Lots of questions.
I was holding off. I would have asked them here, but I was like, no, I'm going to ask you that on my channel.
I was just say you can if you want, but yeah, keep the content for your channel. Exactly. There you go. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah,
guys,
wanting more.
Real quick, I have a campaign called Reaper Destroyer 2 that is going into its second 30 days while we are still waiting Indiegogo to approve the project over there, which we're going on over 30 days now of waiting. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. But if you're tired of waiting, and if you haven't backed it yet, just go to SuperiorPressComics.com and follow the link and take you right to this page. Or you can go to SuperiorPressComics.com/collection/Reaper Destroyer 2 launch, which is a ridiculously long title. So just do what I said in the first place. But this is the sequel to Reaper Destroyer issue 1 if you haven't got it yet. And I've described this before as this is like an acid trip wrapped inside a dark, twisted fantasy. We're going way more fantasy with this issue than we went the first issue, which was more brick and mortar, kind of the stereotypical, dark superhero story that you might see. And I wanted to break out that a little bit.
Was that the brief you gave to John for that cover? Acid trip.
Yes. In fact, let me. So if I bring this up, click on John's cover here. Bring this up here.
The mushroom with the eyeballs on it.
Yes, that is exactly what I told. I didn't tell him about the mushrooms, but I have a page that I sent him like references and stuff and things that I had drawn already. And I told him before, it's like this is kind of like a trippy story in this issue because we enter into Matt's subconscious, which is called the Veiled Dimension in this book. Which is the Veiled Dimension is this place where your soul resides. And Apophis, who is trying to control Matt's soul, lives in this veiled dimension, which is in his own subconscious. So he has to go to his subconscious to confront Apophis for control of his soul. And while he's there, he's going to take a deep descent through his mind, which can be very, very insane, very trippy. And I told John, I was like, I'm going to do stuff in this book that's going to kind of push, I don't know, acid trip. Like if you've ever hallucinated, like give those, kind of descriptions. So he took that. And he took some of the other visuals I had given him for reference, and he drew this crazy trippy cover, which I love, because it's actually the only cover on the campaign that actually kind of represents story a little bit in the book. And I used to say this was kind of like Alice in Wonderland meets Empire Strikes Back. I stopped saying that because I don't think anybody's going to get the Empire Strikes Back
Disney
reference.
You?
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, not yet. But I started saying like the acid trip because I thought that actually was a little bit more on brand for what the story actually was. But because I said Alice in Wonderland, John drew this little Alice character sitting on top of his signature there, which I thought was kind of this cool little Easter egg here. Could also be a maid,
I wondered what that was about.
Yeah. It's like nobody knows because it was just something specifically I told John. And like I said, I used to pitch it as, and it is. I mean, this issue kind of follows that Alice in Wonderland down the rabbit hole kind of storyline, you know, and so it does have those elements to this issue as well as, you know, like a kind of a trippy, dark, just, you know, bad trip if you've ever done hallucinogenics, which I've not. I've strayed away from them, but I've had enough stories. I've heard horror stories of bad trips, so you guys don't want to do it. Stay away from it. But yeah, you can grab the John Malin cover. That is just fantastic. Also on this campaign or on this website, which is cool about this is the only place you can get this Virgin Lightning Strike cover of Vanessa on it. If we do get the Indiegogo up and running, if we do a Back Me Bro, if we do any of the other crowdfunding platforms that are out there, you're not going to see this cover on here. So this is exclusive to the Superior Press website, which came out great. Just shout out to Dave Kemp for adding the lightning in here because it was an idea I had after I drew the cover, and I was kind of kicking myself that I didn't think about it when I was drawing it. And he was like, "Dude, I got you," and he knocked it out of the park. And I think it just adds a lot to this. Click on this campaign, click on these pages. It'll give you high resolution pictures of the art, which you don't get on other crowdfunding site, which I think is cool and it's nice. It's unique to this website, so you can really get an in-depth look at what you're getting on these pages. Before you actually buy the book. There's 5 of the opening 5 pages on this book, and it'll kind of show you, if you read issue 1, you know we're definitely going in quite a bit different direction with issue 2. Way more kind of fantasy based because I wanted to draw more fantasy stuff. I was like, I want to get into an environment where I can take Reaper Destroyer and put him in some place that you're not going, where he's just going to stand out completely. So throw him into this fantasy kind of forest style of world that he's going to be in for this issue. I think it's going to be actually really, really fun to do. And I've enjoyed doing more of this fantasy art. So definitely check this out. Reaper Destroyer issue 2, SuperiorPressComics.com. Be on the lookout to see if the Indiegogo is going to be happening anytime soon. If you're there, go check out the rest of the website. We've got merch. We've got all that good stuff on there as well. You don't want to miss it. And if you buy t-shirts, you buy anything, that comes right away. You don't have to wait to the end of the campaign. So that's pretty cool in itself.
Will we get to see a Reaper Dragon?
I don't want to spoil anything, but possibly.
Cool.
Maybe not in this issue, but possibly in the storyline, which is why I don't want to spoil it. But there's a lot of things I have in works for this. This is a 6-issue story arc that we're doing. And there's a lot of things that I have yet to get to that I'm really excited about. And that could be in the cards. Annabeth says, "Oh, hey, Joe, can you add my order other items too for fusing orders? For example, I would buy EVS cover and add it to my order. I did already back." So the thing with this, if you back this campaign once, you want to go back it again, just hit me up and I will give you a discount for free shipping. I can't add orders because of just the way the website is set up, because it's just going to charge you again with the shipping. But if you backed again, just let me know what you backed, what your backer number was, and I will just give you a discount for free shipping. So essentially, it's like you're adding it to your order.
There is a way, Joe.
Yeah.
It took me a while to figure it out, but it's a little bit involved.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not for this campaign right now, but for future campaigns, you might be able to set it up depending on how you've got your shipping set up.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, definitely the way it took me a good day to sort of nut it out, and so I had it so that anyone who had backed Fractured Mind, they were able to get reduced shipping depending on what they backed. So if they added another book, it was only going to be another $2 instead of another $12. If they added a set of trading cards, it was free. It was no extra shipping.
Okay, interesting.
It's actually quite clever. So, yeah.
I'll have to check. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you about that and see what we can do for the future for sure. Annabeth said, if the campaign is still up 1st of July, a great chance I back Occult Descent too. There you go.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Highly suggest get issue 1 as well. It is so dope.
Yeah, and make sure you're going over and checking out Fractured Mind, which looks amazing. Action filled.
I was going to show you. I also have
what you got.
A bit of a Alice in Wonderland moment where she's like huge, crashing against
cool.
Against the building and like breaking out through the window.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been dropping in Alice in Wonderland little Easter eggs from the very beginning. There's like a poster in the bookstore. There's other little references. Yeah.
Nice.
Very
nice.
influential for the story.
Yeah, I find it's gonna be fun, like doing different things with different issues going forward. Like issue 3 of Reaper Destroyer will still be in this fantasy land, but issue 4 will probably be back in the real world again. But I was like, why am I keeping myself in a box to drawing like a certain kind of story just because my character is like a dark hero? Mm-hmm. When I wanted to start doing more fantasy, I gotta give a shout out to Kayla, because she was the first one. And Kayla's the assistant editor and main editor for issue 2 on my book. And she was one of the first ones to point out of all the fantasy elements I had already had in my story in general. And she's like, you should lean more into the fantasy stuff because you already have a lot of stuff that maybe unknowingly you just put in there. And I was like, that's a good point. So the more I started thinking about it, the more I started kind of actually embracing the idea of doing more of a fantasy book with issue 2. And we'll just see where we go. And who knows? I might get a hair at my ass to do something completely different with one of the issues and just decide like, hey, this is what we're going to do. But I think the story or the universe I've created allows me to be able to jump in and out of different genres, which is very exciting for thinking about stuff I can do for the future.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's indie comics. Like, there's no, publisher saying, no, we don't really do fan.
That's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm. You're not chained to any idea.
Epic 411 says, I read Reaper Destroyer and Lucent same day, funny enough, recently. Nice. That's what's up.
Thank you for grabbing him.
Both delivered. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. Well, everybody, this has been the very last episode of a show that we like to call Ott and Stuff. 6 years in the making. It was a pleasure to have Michael Bancroft on the show. Sheldon, having you on for the first time has been great as well. Just closing this show out for a show that was always dedicated to comic book talk, comic book art, creator, independence, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of sad to see it go, but we are excited for the future. We have a new show called The Grift, which is me, Sean, and Kayla every Thursdays going forward, which is more of like a pop culture kind of thing. But we're honestly going to cover anything we want to cover on the show. So whether it's comic book talk, conspiracy talk, who knows, we're going to get into whatever we feel like talking about on the shows. So the comic book talk, Kayla's weird accent, and will definitely come up, but so anybody's worried about,
don't you pretend that you have a weird accent as well. Just shuffle that off to Kayla.
I talk normal.
All of you guys with your accents, Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you say coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to have plenty of comic book talk coming up whenever we really want to do it. And like Sean said, if we ever want to do an old school show where we get a guest on to do an interview, we might bring Ott and Stuff back for that, to do that show, just to shift whatever we want to do in and out with the program we have around here. But yeah, let's go. The Grift is a competitor to Ballers now. Oh, sure. There you go. I don't think it is, but I'll take it.
No, tell them that.
Well, never mind. Yeah, start that rumor.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I forgot. Start the rumors. Why hold back?
Mm-hmm.
Go all in.
Yeah.
If Joe starts wearing a bikini,
well, yeah, that's. If anybody was going to wear a bikini on the show, it would not be me. So we've got somebody for that, which will never happen. But I'm just saying.
Why are you pointing in my direction?
Well, I wasn't thinking of either of us. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
Earn your rent.
I mean, $5 is $5.
Well, yeah, depends on the super chats. I mean, like,
Exactly.
let's just say, do a lot of stuff for money. I'll just say that. Hit the like for the last ANS. Yes, please definitely do that. Hit the like if wherever you guys are watching. We're trying to get the likes up. You're in 2 different streams, so hit those up if you can. And anybody that's over on Rumble, which we usually don't have too many people at all. 2 people over there, probably including me. So shout out to the Rumble-lites. But thank you everybody for joining us tonight on this last episode of On Stuff. This has been a blast. It's been fun, but we're still going forward. We're still streaming. Lots of good things in the work. Go back, Type 1, don't be a bum. We're going to have some news about Type 1 coming up, too, that we're going to talk about as it gets closer. We're going to announce something, which I think will be pretty fun, and I think people will be excited about it.
And we're almost there.
Yeah, almost there.
We're almost there.
Almost there. Yep, almost there in the entire campaign. We're gonna be getting that out. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna love it. Sunday nights you can have the Ronan Joe show at 10:30, which is usually a solo show, but Sean's been jumping on lately, having a really good time just shooting shit over there. And like I said, back here on Thursdays for the Grift. You can catch me Mondays on CG Kings doing drawing over there, which is a fun show, good art. You can usually get some really good art for cheap over there if you guys jump in for the auction. So that's whenever EVS drops the link. On Hard Art on Wednesdays on either Malin or Shane Davis's channel. That's 11 to 2 a.m. in the morning. Late night, but very fun times, which is why I'm tired all the time. So just so you guys know, burning the candle at both ends. But I'm doing it for you guys. For entertainment purposes. Purposes? You're welcome, my friends. Before we get out of here, Bancroft, why don't you give us a shout out on what you're planning on doing, your next streams, what you got going on, anything you want to, shout out before we get out of here.
So, my channel, Michael Bancroft, I stream 3 days a week. I do an art share with Rob. I do a draw stream, and I'll just do a whatever stream. Maybe do some promo, chat with someone, interview. Next week I got Sheldon coming on. Tomorrow I've got Don Chin.
Nice.
He's released an omnibus of his Radioactive Hamsters book, the 40th anniversary. So
700 pages, I think, or something.
Wow,
like that.
yeah, I saw him announce that. That's awesome.
But it's going to be great to catch up with Don. I haven't spoke with him in years, I think.
Same here. It's been a while since I've talked to Don.
He's been hitting the real estate market, I think. So, other than that, catch me over at X at the Lucent Comic. And yeah, check out my stuff at thelucentcomic.com.
Sheldon, what do you want to chill out there?
I have a YouTube channel. I always forget about it. You can check that out. It's just Sheldon Martin 999. And I have you can find me on X. I don't really post there too much. I do a lot of reposting, really, and Instagram. I kind of forget my handle on that, but I'm sure you can find me if you look in Sheldon Martin. I'll be on Frederick Goumont. I think that's how you say his name. He's
Goumont.
French Canadian dude.
Say Guimont.
There you go.
How about that?
Like, yeah.
That's how I say it. I don't know if that's wrong.
Frederick, that's easy enough.
Freddie G.
Freddie G. Fred G. Yeah. So yeah, his channel Tuesday. Then on the 26th, Bancroft channel, promoting Occult Descent, and I also did a real quick number generator with. I didn't get any farther on it. It's going to be finished.
Oh, gotcha. Nice.
But so after I'm done with this remark, it's going to backer number 8. I just did the number generator there. Every live stream I go on, I'm just gonna. I stole that from Mark Bolton. I'm gonna give a backer a chance to win something extra.
I like it.
Nice.
Awesome.
And the backer numbers are kind of low right now, so your chances are pretty high.
Well, there you go. Jump in on it, guys. Jump in on it. Shout out on Rumble. Indie Comics Collectibles is over there. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. That's it, guys. We're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us to chat. You guys have been awesome as always. Bancroft, pleasure to talk to you as it always is. Sheldon, thank you for coming on for the first time. You guys are amazing.
It was fun sitting in the back room. And,
I know. I kept you on there for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes I put you in the back room or I don't know. I feel so bad.
It was fun, though. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, guys. All right, everybody, go find a stream to jump into, and we will definitely talk to you later. I'll say this for the last time. Actually, you know what? No, I took this off. That was a gimmick. I don't have it anymore because it took so long to do this show. Let me just... Nope, never mind. I can't do that gimmick. I dropped the ball on that one. Anyway, be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
That's my...